Sound production. Good evening, gentlemen. This is Sir Yeetus. Thank you guys for joining so late. It's been a very long day today. I had to chill with the family because I haven't seen them in a few weeks, and they've been nagging me to come over. I didn't mind, but the warband comes first. It takes priority. They'll be okay without me, but I had to do them that favor. Go over there, chill, have a great time today. But now I'm back on the grind because the grind never stops. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? But who I have here with me is the one, the only, Rishi.
Yo.
He's able to join us today, bless us with his comedic relief. And I have
Yep.
Mayor Mercules.
Uniti Bruras.
Puniti. What are you going to say, Rishi?
That reminds me. I heard someone say something kind of akin to paniti, but it was a little bit different.
A little bit
You know what I'm
different.
talking about? I'm trying to think what it was. I saw it on like a video. I think it's like something.
The language is spreading.
It's like black slang, but it was like different.
Black slang.
You know what I'm talking
The
about?
language of the warband is spreading.
I think it was like punani.
Oh, yeah, Punani. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Punani.
Yeah, punani.
Yeah. No, we call it Punyiti.
Yeah,
'Cause
Puniti sounds better.
When you're done with it, you yeet that shit back to the streets where it belongs.
Yes. Drop it where you found it. Don't keep it in your house because it's all feral. All right. Kick it back out when you're done. And Rishi, you got something. Oh, hell, Rishi finally decided to come out of his cave. See,
What do you mean?
He's
I've
been
been
spreading
gone
his
for
spores.
like a day.
He's been spreading his spores. Leave him alone. He's making more mushrooms.
Finally came out of your cave, huh? Okay, bro.
Well, he I don't think he caught the stream yesterday. That's what I think. But Rishi has been very busy, okay? He has his own things to do.
It's just the nature of like the New Year's. Everyone after the holidays, everyone's, getting back into it. Everyone wants to like go around. Everything starts moving pretty fast.
Definitely.
But it'll be okay.
Things will start slowing down by the end of the month.
Hopefully.
Everything will go back to normal until you get those "Hey Stranger" texts at the beginning of February. Because of that, Valentine's Day will be coming. I'm like, nah, bitch. I don't want your used up, dirty, mummified puniti. Ugh, get away. But you know I liked you since high school. Shut the fuck up.
It's like that that meme. Sir Yeetus is like the nerdy kid. He's like, don't mind him. He's a nerd. Why do women go after thugs? Hey, baby, beat it, chick.
Oh, I saw that. Babe. Where's all the good men while she's pregnant and have like 3 different kids? Sorry for the pauses, y'all. I'm enjoying this drink. Wasn't able to drink all day.
But she'll tell you she's different than she was before, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she definitely gained 100 pounds. Like she, girl. Fuck
No, you definitely are not the same person. You're right about that.
And
you're about you and another person.
2.5 people. Rishi, I don't know if you met your high school classmates yet, or you met any crushes you had in high school. You met them in person recently, but I ran into a person I had a crush on. Holy shit. She is a little fucking walrus now. I'm like, damn, girl, I actually had a crush on you. Fuck. How'd you get so big? Like, what the fuck? Like, I guarantee you she's at home in an apartment. Fat is beautiful. Fuck out of here.
I'm thick.
Ugh, gross. uh, I'm sure
No,
Rishi will meet one of those girls in the future. He will.
the blood running through your veins is thick, like gravy.
I was just about to say gravy.
Ugh.
It's gonna happen, Rishi. It's gonna happen. Don't get me wrong. There are one or two women that was able to keep their shape and attractiveness. Okay, probably because they're health addicts. But majority of the girls you thought was hot back in high school, oh, they're gonna blow the fuck up, or they're gonna be hooked on medication.
Thought Tilla the Hut.
Like, how terrifying does it look?
Isakapuka.
That's terrifying. Just imagine somebody calls your name, you turn around, you see this big old thing just walking at you. Like, what the fuck?
All of a sudden, Sir Yeetus got that chain around his neck, just pulling on you. Injanoda.
Do you want no wanga?
Somebody put me out of my misery. Fuck that.
Jesus.
But I will start the topic soon, y'all. I'm just enjoying this drink. Just talking to you guys. It's been a long day today. Let's see. All right, whatever. You guys ready?
Let's get to it.
Let's take off the jacket. So, the topic for today is she's changed or this woman is different. Gentlemen, everybody in the chat. I want everybody in the chat. Put a 1. Put a 1 in the chat if you can relate to this meme. I'm going to show the meme right now. Do. What is that?
Hold
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Up to the meme. All right, there
There
it
we
goes.
go.
Put a 1 in the chat if you can relate to this meme. Just one of your boys are too fucking stubborn. Like the simping is oozing through his pores. Anytime in your life, high school, college, after college, put a 1 in the chat. If you know that your boy, your homie is going down the wrong path.
Making a big fucking mistake.
And you see in this meme how disappointed the boys are, right?
The dude in the middle looks like he's like, bro, not a fuck another one.
Seriously, like, what the fuck, bro? No matter how many times you try to tell your homie, because, hey, even though he's a big old simp, you don't want to catch his simpy cooties. You're still going to help your boy out because that's your boy. You constantly tell this dude, hey, you just met this girl 2 weeks ago and you bought an engagement ring? What the fuck is wrong with you? Come on, bro. Come on, man. Don't be like that. You don't know her like I do, okay? She's different. She's different than the rest. All right, why you gotta get in between the love? Huh? Love doesn't have a time limit. Like, what the fuck? Bro, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
It did for her, obviously, because she only went looking for it after a certain amount of time passed. Right?
Exactly. And I see Lionel McTow, he joined. Oh yeah, let's go. Lionel McTow, if you have time, I want you to join as well. Because I feel you have a lot of experience in this situation, at least years ago. But it's like no matter how many times you tell this dude, right? No matter how many times, he is just like getting so defensive. He is attacking you boys because his mind, his eyes are just covered with uh, rose fucking what glasses,
Yeah,
rose colored glasses.
rose tinted glasses.
Yeah, that shit. Okay, he's too blinded. He's enchanted by the puniti. Okay. No matter how much evidence you send this bro, no matter how much examples you show him, no matter how many red flags you show your boy, he is still against you because he is so wrapped up in that puniti. He is willing to ditch his friends. Hell, he's willing to throw his friends under the bus for that puniti. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. And I've definitely went through this a few times. Sometimes it was the same person. I'm sure you guys had that friend. Probably not your friend anymore. I'm sure you had that friend that goes back to the same woman. And you like, bro, what the fuck? And then he tells you, come on, man. Don't be like that, bro. Don't be like that. Clearly, she wasn't being treated. She wasn't being treated right by her ex, okay? Clearly she wanted to come back to me. She learned from her errors, okay? She learned from her past. All right. The fact that she chose me over Tyrone or Chad, that says something. That says that we can rekindle that fire.
It says that you're the second choice. Right? That's a lot of fucking bullshit.
The sim doesn't see that. She's changed, bro. She's changed.
See, that's why my general rule, and I've never broken it, is do not date the same person twice. For one reason or another, it didn't work out the first time. It damn sure isn't going to do it a second time. Move the fuck on.
Let's move on. Get out of here. Why? Because a few months later, you get a text, oh, hey, stranger, it's been a while. Ooh, we should hang out sometime.
You text, I text back, shut up, I know you know my paydays. Get off my back.
Oh, but I've dealt with those type of simps, okay, within my circle. They're not in my circle anymore. But especially in college. College was the fucking worst. Holy moly. And who said this comment right here? Exactly. I forgot about that phrase. Why you hating? Literally what the simp will tell you. Were you trying to warn him, hey, she is the neighborhood bicycle, bro? Even my boy smashed her. What are you doing? Why are you trying to get serious with the...
I must be the best that she had, brother. Because, that's why she's coming and settling with me, right?
Oh.
But at the end of the day, she's coming home to me.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
I am her king, okay? I am her knight in shiny armor. I can show her better.
Fucking white knight and simping ass bitch.
Like, bro, like, I don't know if I can roll with you no more. Like, hell no. Well, of course, your boy, it's still your boy at the time. So, after all the explanation you're doing, after all the, like, hey, these are the red flags, bro. Trust me. I know these 304s, okay? I'm the one that turned them into those 304s. I know how the game goes, bro. Don't do it. Come on, man. Why you gotta be such a negative Nancy? All right? I have no future without her in it. Like, oh, Oh, bro, I'm gonna fucking punch you. Now I'm sure everybody in the chat, or most of y'all in the chat, dealt with that with a certain friend, and you just try your best not to hit the fuck out of them because that weakness disgusts you. Like literally, physically makes me ill. That your boy is going down that path. It's downright terrifying actually. Even if you weren't red pill, you knew on the inside. Like this is disgusting. This is not good. So let's say your boy follows through, he gets the engagement ring, he gets he buys the wedding cake, he buys out the ballroom, all the wedding dress, flowers, DJ, all that crazy shit, right? That will put you at around, depending how rich you are, $20,000 to $30,000 in debt.
Yo, you're gonna end up paying for her bachelorette party too.
Oh yeah,
And you know she's going to Dancing Bear.
exactly. But in that sip's mind, she's just having fun, bro. What do you mean? You saw her getting a lap dance by a male stripper, and she completely started slinging that big Tyrone Shalom. What are you talking about, bro? Why are you trying to ruin the best day of my life? Okay, we're about to be in holy matrimony forever tomorrow, and you telling me this shit? How dare you, bro?
Well, yeah,
Why you
because
hate?
you're talking about tomorrow, but literally just yesterday.
Come on, brother.
Come on, bro. Why you
Why
gotta
you
be
hating?
so? Why you be pessimistic, bro?
Why am I now surrounded by simps? What in the fuck is going on here? Who's on my side now?
I thought you were my homie, bro. I thought you wanted the best for me. Like, yeah, dumbass.
That's why I'm telling you to run. What are you doing? You're not listening.
right. So
You're just hearing insults. You think I'm attacking you, and I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
yeah, and side thing, gentlemen, men, I repeat, this is a life lesson. Men shouldn't hold on to the hope factor when it comes to relationships. No, 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 no. That's what's gonna ruin you. Hoping that she'll change, hoping that she's not cheating on you. You always have to be fact based when it comes to relationships. Doesn't matter what she says, doesn't matter what nobody says. You have to look at the facts, look at reality. But back down to the destruction of your homie. So then it's wedding day, right? And you're like, you know what? This dude ain't listening to me. He's gonna follow through. I'm just gonna be chilling at the. Let me just watch the wedding, and then I'm gonna go to the open bar at the reception. Fuck it, free alcohol. So you go over there, you sipping, you chilling, and then this happens. Can you bring up the wedding video, Rishi?
Was it like the actual YouTube video?
Yeah, my video, yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right. Out of all after you try your best to save your sip homie, it's too late, right? But then at this point, your homie is finally realizing something ain't right. Let's play the video. Because now that she secured the ring, this is how she's gonna act. Like, first off, what the pause. That's the simp's wife. Doing this in front of friends, family, hell, probably even kids. This is the holy matrimony when it comes to the simp. This is when the simp starts to realize something something ain't clicking. Two and two ain't coming together right now. I don't know why. This is not how I imagine my wedding, my reception.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a very holy night.
Not at all.
If these people are supposed Christians.
And
I mean, I myself, I'm not a Christian, so who am I to fucking judge their heathen behavior? But for supposed Christians, they're acting very heathenistic.
it's disgusting. Oh, I'm gonna add this person. Lionel McTow.
So fair.
We got
Yo.
Chronic in the chat.
What's going on, man? Do you have anything to say so far about my made up story that I'm pretty much winging it? But do you have anything to say about that?
In regards to the video we just watched, or
The entire topic, including the video, yes.
that whole thing of she's changed or this woman's different, that right there is all bullshit. I mean, just beware of the chameleons. I mean, nowadays, the whole chameleon thing is going to shift gears because these trollops, these ditch pigs out here really know that they fucked relationships up. They know they did. They fucked it up beyond repair to the point where they have to actually listen to these videos. They have to get some insight into what we're thinking so that they can change the bait, change their colors, and hopefully somebody will run back to the plantation and wipe them up and put a ring on it. And even those days are drawn to a close because a lot of men and even young men, a generation like the Z generation men or young men are just getting sick of this shit. They don't want to play the game anymore. A lot of them, their lockout game is already on point, man. They're ruthless with the shit.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure you had family or friends that you had to talk to, whether it's recently or years ago, where you like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I've had a friend who fucked around and got pregnant, but he didn't finish college. Like, what in the fuck do you think you're doing?
He just like dropped out.
Yes, man. That he got some. Basically, she gave him some peace leave, and he basically went full retard, dropped out of college, got her pregnant, and just sprayed up in the bitch, got her pregnant, and just.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yes, he literally nuked his life. He fucked his life up.
Lordy, Lord.
I never went to college, but I had 2 trades under my belt before I had my first child.
But Mayor, imagine somebody in your shoes decides to, get some weak puniti, and then she steals your seed, and then you put her over your future. You just straight up leave.
Well,
You're like, what the
I've
fuck?
I've already done it. Total of 7 years of experience in the family courts. Yeah, I can. At this stage of my life, I would gain full custody of the child right off.
Would you tell your younger self, like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like finish, like,
Exactly.
I'm sure your situation is special, but I'm just saying, if there was nothing in the way and he just dropped out for her,
that's you've already done how much of this, and you've already put this much into it, bro. Finish it out. Fuck it. Do both at the same time. If you think you're that much of a man,
Exactly.
and you think you can do it, then do both at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, finish what you start, man. Don't just fucking walk away from it and then like just say like, well, my life is all sunshines and rainbows because you got some peace leave. I'm like, you threw it away.
honestly, it would be hard for me to not get physical with my friend. Like, honestly, like, it would be very fucking difficult.
Yeah, there are
To get,
times
like,
where
snap the fuck out. What the fuck, bro? You're ruining your life.
Exactly, man. Just ruin his life and just want to lay hands on him. You know, just want to stomp his bitch ass to sleep for doing it. God.
Especially if by the end and conclusion, she does some shit in public like what we just watched in front of all of her family.
Oh lordy, like her own family too, probably. Like I wouldn't know. Honestly, I will probably have a slight heart attack or stroke if I've ever had a daughter and I seen her do that shit. I would not know what to do. I don't know. I'll probably go into blind rage. Like I don't know. It's
You save me. I'd probably black out and tear some shit up.
I will literally drag her ass out of the fucking man. Well, because because you're the father, you still see your daughter as your daughter. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, who came up with this shit? First off, oh lordy, he embarrassed the entire family name at that point. She embarrassed all of us if she did that shit in the video. Would you guys agree?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes.
And yeah, I will drag my daughter out that motherfucker. Like, no, I did not give you away for you to do that shit. You're gonna be Rapunzel all over again. I don't give a fuck if you're in your late 20s. I don't give a fuck if you in your mid. I don't care.
Yeah, that simp, he's in for a rude awakening, man. The bait and switch is going to be a killer. It's going to hurt him real bad.
And just imagine, like what just some random guy said. She was shaking for her just her friend guys in there. The grooms, the best man, like anybody.
But the best man was one of her exes.
More than likely.
That would be the worst. But won't be surprised because it's a simp, right?
They met in the coat room right before she walked on the aisle.
And it's very difficult at that point to feel bad for your friend, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah, I can't really feel too bad for him because that's the choice he made, and now he has to live with it for the rest of his life. But he says, "Well, I'm doing okay. I have 2 daughters. That's the problem. See, you're doing okay. You're not doing excellent."
I agree. I definitely agree.
Yep.
What'd you say, Mayor?
That's pretty much sums that up. Yeah, perfectly said.
So we're going to continue with this imaginary story because it gets better, right? So now, after the wedding, he already became the beta in the family. Just off of that alone, he became the beta of the relationship, not family.
Do you think he had any older brothers?
Did he?
Probably not. Probably not.
No. He's probably all older sisters.
Probably, either all older sisters or he's probably the only child.
Yes, and with a single mother, and has a bunch of aunts and shit.
Damn. Yeah, he's fucked.
I've seen that often, all the time, and it's. I don't know. It's how crazy a man's mind can get reprogrammed.
Exactly.
He's literally a woman in his head.
Yeah, he literally becomes a woman. Like he lets his plumbing get to talking, and then he transforms to a fucking woman. What the shit is that?
It's the worst, man. It's the worst. So
yeah, it's really bad.
Continuing with the story, and Rishi, can you pull up that TikTok real quick?
All right.
So after he moves in with his new wife, with everything that he paid for and stuff, give it around 5 years, because 5 years is the average on when she can take half your stuff, your house, your car, your dog, your PS5. Like 5 years on average is what she needs.
Yep.
For you to take everything from you.
In California, it's 5 years, or is it 2 years? I think they might have changed it in California.
Is it?
Yeah, Washington had gotten rid of the common law marriage at the perfect time.
Wow! Holy shit!
So it saved me from a lot of hassle, but yeah.
So
She still walked away with the kid.
Yeah,
damn.
Much. But
I did fight, and I had 50-50 custody for the longest time. But with all the shit that's happening here in Washington, I conceded, and I let her take her to Texas.
Damn.
But just imagine, 5 years. I don't feel happy anymore. The dreaded words that any husband will hear.
Yep.
In 2022.
Exactly. Like I'm not happy, or we need to talk. You know what's coming.
Yeah, he knows what's coming, and he knows he can't stop it. He's miserable. She treats him like trash for the last 5 years. She goes out on girls' night. She goes on girls' trips. She has some type of club or hanging out with her girlfriends in the middle of the night, or while you're at work. Nags the simp to death, saying he's never doing
on
enough.
Her phone?
Oh, definitely lock. He can never touch her phone ever. And if he tries to, she will throw a complete fit. Domestic violence will happen right after. He gets sent to jail. He has a felony. I think domestic violence is a felony.
She'll throw the phone at his face and break his nose with it.
So
there's a video of that.
Right. And while he's in jail, she's having a good time with the friend in the house that he paid for.
Yes, and all of his belongings now belong to her and that friend that she's fucking.
Exactly. So after getting put up through all that BS, and no matter how much this simp, he tries so hard to make it work. Come on, baby. Come on. It doesn't have to come to this. We can go to marriage counseling. We don't have to get a divorce. Clearly, she made up her mind if it got to that point. So there's nothing he could do. So she's gone. She took the kids. He has to pay child support. He has to pay alimony. Half his shit is gone. He can't take care of himself anymore because all the payments he has to do, he can't sustain with his current income. Because I think it's up to 75% total with all the payments he has to give to this woman. He has no house, so he has to go to a rundown apartment just to have shelter over his head. And even if he doesn't have enough money to get an apartment, he lives on the streets. And if he goes to court, family court at least, he's unable to pay the child support and stuff. He gets thrown in jail.
Yeah, you lose all of your freedoms. You lose your right to drive a car, cross any state border.
No passports, no nothing. Yep.
No passports. You're not even allowed to jump on a plane.
Yep. You can't own a firearm neither.
So now that man is depressed. That man is paranoid. That man is in the verge of eliminating himself because this simp didn't listen to his homeboys, didn't listen to his parents probably, or dad. Thought that she was the one. She can't do no wrong. She can't do what are you doing. I'm talking about the dad that is barely in his life because his mother ran him out the house. So now he's freaking out. He's crying. And then you get sick of it. Even as a homeboy, you can't help but get annoyed, get upset about the situation he put himself in because, once again, men hold other men accountable. It is what it is. That's how men operate. And then this happens. Because the tears just don't work no more. It doesn't work anymore. Quick TikTok.
Not your girl. The fuck is wrong with you? She sucked dick. That's not your bitch. Why don't you want to smack yourself right now? Smack yourself. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Stop bitching. Wipe your fucking tears, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Look.
Just walk off. I'm
That's it.
telling you.
Hold on. That is your fucking friend, though.
Yes.
That is your fucking friend. A friend that'll fucking do that to you when you're at that point.
Yep.
That's your boy.
You gotta set him straight before he ruins his life. Yep.
Yes. And with real friends, instead of laughing at his misery, in my opinion, he kind of deserved that because he didn't listen for shit. That true friend will bring you back down to reality about you putting yourself in a situation. You chose this girl. This girl ain't for you. Why are you crying over a bitch that's currently right now sucking 2-3 shalloms at the moment, right now? Why are you crying over her about that? Why? Like what? Just move the fuck. It is what it is, bro. This true love shit, it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's gone. It died years ago. It's extinct.
And that's the best thing. You heard what his friend said before the video ended? Walk away.
Yep. I see the same thing. Just walk away. It's not worth it.
And who else walks away? MGTOW.
Yep, it's passive. We're not telling anybody to do violence to anybody. We're not telling anybody to go and protest. It's passive. Just walk away. It's very effective, too.
Rishi, can you play that video one more time? Because I want the chat to see it. One more time.
Not your girl. The fuck is wrong with you? G suck dick. That's not your bitch. Why don't you want to smack yourself right now? Smack yourself.
Slap the shit out of yourself, bro.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Stop bitching. Wipe your fucking tears, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Walk.
If friends don't come at you like that,
Let's
if
go.
friends do not come at you like that, they're praying for your downfall. They're loving the misery that you're in. Okay? Just put it out there. If they are not this honest to try to make you snap out of it, they're just having a good time laughing at your misery. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you men already know this. Because I'm completely honest no matter what. I don't care. I don't care. Be honest with me, I'll be honest with you. That's how men operate. Once again, if you want to piss a man off, tell him a lie. You want to piss a woman off, tell her the truth.
Exactly. I mean, the truth hurts, but lies can kill. I'll take the truth any day.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be doing a video on that tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me. The model woman that cried wolf.
I will also be speaking in regards to, like Drake getting sued for basically stopping himself from getting baby trapped.
Oh yeah. You've already. I still think the Drake thing was hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious, but yeah, I know what. Yeah, so basically, the narrative that they're going to probably try to form because of this is, if you don't let her, if you don't let her baby trap you, then you're an istismphobe. That'll be the new narrative.
If she wins this lawsuit, if she brings it up, how much proof do you need?
Exactly.
And I will be bamboozled. I will be bamboozled. I'm like, well, damn. I guess
Protect your seed.
you can't even have any type of intercourse or whatever anymore.
Exactly. It's a complete bait and switch. In fact, Paul Proteus spoke on something like that a couple of years back. He said that women will get pregnant by accident, but they'll keep the kid on purpose.
Oh yeah, especially if she knows you got potential or any type of money. Because that's how model women work. Okay, how much is this kid worth?
Yep.
That's how they dictate whether to eliminate the kid in her belly or not.
It's really as devious as underhanded, but that's just how they work. Those are the games they play.
It is so messed up. So messed up. And like I said before, I think it was yesterday, abortion shouldn't be used as a form of birth control.
It really shouldn't. It really should not. But a lot of these trollops, it's a game to them. I mean, terminating a innocent life is a game to them. Just like a couple of years back, there was this a piece of shit feminist online who would. She was actually on campus, and she was somebody spoke to her about her beliefs, and she looked at the camera and said, "I killed my kids." Have you no shame?
Yeah, I'm on my 7th one.
It's a game to them. Killing children is a fucking game.
And then they wonder why. Yeah, they wonder why men don't want kids. At least not right away with a Western woman.
Exactly. I mean, it's double. It's double in the black community. That's why 51% of black men don't marry nor sire any kids because of shit like that.
Because they can easily do it behind your back without you even knowing.
Exactly. Or they'll pull some underhanded shit where, they'll try to put you on child support behind your back.
Exactly. And I don't know if women don't know this or they do know. Just how devastating, how infuriating, women got killed over this.
Uh-huh.
They get killed over the abortion thing. That is the ultimate slap to the face for a man. Ending your bloodline because she felt like it.
Exactly. She did it because she wanted to.
Remember, gentlemen, women get killed over this. That's how important it is. Because once again, men's biological goal is to spread his seed as much as possible. And when she goes behind your back and end of your bloodline out of leisure, then they act all shocked on why the father goes on a murderous rampage. Just women can't comprehend. They can't. They can't get it through their fucking head. Either they don't want to, or they do understand but don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they understand. They just don't give a fuck. It's the emotional short-term thinking, and it's also the reprobate mindset that these feminists have shoved down their throats for 60+ years. It hasn't done them really. It hasn't really done them any favors. But it's just right now. It's their standard operating procedure right now is delusion.
I mean, yeah. If you look at it, they did the math, and there's 51% of them to 49% of us, and there's a sizable percentage of us that are siding with them. They already have the majority. Now they've got the super majority because of simps and white knights and cucks.
And it's hilarious how they act shocked. They act shocked. When a man goes off the fucking rails and goes on, I'm sure, I don't know if you, well, I'm sure Mayor did in Line of MGTOW, but I'm sure Rishi have seen it, right? Where a man is so mad. It's pretty much blackout rage. Literally, he just, his instincts just kicks in. That's it. And then she acts all confused. What did I do? Really.
Yeah, the plausible deniability and all that shit.
You ended a life. Not just any life. His kid.
Mm-hmm.
You want to act all confused. What did I do wrong?
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, literally. they act shocked. They act so shocked. I don't know if they're genuinely shocked or they're shocked by his reaction. I don't know.
They're probably shocked by his reaction.
Because I'm sure you men or you went through yourselves of like straight up like the rage is only something that other men can describe. Like it's a dangerous.
Yeah.
Everybody around you is in danger, pretty much.
Yeah, but yeah. Unfortunately for me, nobody has ever taken me there yet. But unfortunately,
I'm sorry if that ever happened to me. If I deal with a woman and she decides to eliminate my, I don't know. I will literally have to go up to my room and just contemplate: is she really worth going to jail for? And that's the worst part. Even though she actually committed the ultimate crime, she is scot-free. But when I I pretty much take vengeance for my child's elimination, I'm the bad guy. And I'm not even talking about for medical issues. I'm not even talking about if she got into a dire situation where she was raped or something. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about she did it because she felt like it. I would not know what to do. Like, honestly, I would not know. Like, I would not. I pray to God that doesn't happen to me.
I left a woman that I was dating for nearly 2 years when she got pregnant and immediately went and grabbed the pill.
And you knew she was, or did she tell you after the fact?
Yep, she told me. And then she went off and did it, regardless of my opinion.
damn.
I don't know how you stay.
When she got back, literally all of her shit was already packed in the garage.
Like, for your own good, you better get out.
Done.
Because I'm telling you, man, I don't know. It's man, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's something that I hold dear to me. Because I don't see why all these kids that could have been born is eliminated out of leisure. It's crazy.
They're doing it for their own sick amusement. It's really sick.
Like,
well, yeah, of course it is, because I mean, she had to come and tell me, and then run off and do it.
Man.
For all I know, I mean, she could have done it behind my back and never told me. I'll give her that. She told me that she was going to do it and then went and did it.
And if she is able to do that with no repercussions at all, none.
What's to stop her from slitting my throat in the middle of the night just because she didn't like what I said at dinner?
Exactly. Exactly. And why? Once again, see, this is the questions that society doesn't want us to ask as men. If women are able to eliminate the baby, why are we held responsible financially if we don't want to be parents? Why is she able to just game over, end the life, but the father can't say, I don't want to be a father? He didn't even end a life. How is the man the bad guy when she ended her life? Come on, society.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, explain that, please. If I went on Twitter, I would have got massacred. How dare you? This isn't the Stone Age, you Neanderthal.
I mean, we did have A lot less societal problems. It was more survival problems.
Like, it's
When there was a fire in the village, everybody came out and put it out because it endangered the entire fucking village.
exactly. But now it's insane. And yeah, I know I'm going a little bit on a tangent on this, but we got time. I'm only going to speak about the sympathy thing a little bit longer, and then we will start the call-ins. But it's just crazy, especially when you talk to a woman about this. And I'm sure you guys talked to a woman about this before, whether it's a family member or a woman you associated with in your life. They get like so confused on, well, it's his kid, he should be responsible.
What if it isn't? What if she fucked behind his back and then tried to stick him with that kid?
Yeah, what if she lied and
Yep.
she commit paternity fraud and makes that man sign it? That's why the mandatory paternity testing.
Refuse to sign the paternity affidavit when that doctor or lawyer comes in with that paperwork. Refuse to sign it until a DNA test proves that you are the father. Period.
Exactly, because they used to
Know that that's your child, even if you're married to her. Unless you live out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you can pretty much guarantee that that's your kid. Chain rest to the oven if you have to.
But remember it, Mary. Remember, she will be so hurt and offended that you will even think that she will be out there committing adultery with other men, carrying another man's baby. How dare you?
She would.
How dare you? Because she's out there playing the field, and then somebody sprays up in her. She gets pregnant, and then brings the kid to you to raise. How dare you? Yeah, fuck all that. Man, just walk away.
The baby came out black. Well, that could just be the recessive gene.
Or you got some, or they could pull some dirty shit like they did like back in the day where like they would have one kid that's like redheaded, like a redheaded child, and you ask them like, why the fuck is this child so light? And they're like, oh, I got some Indian blood in me. I'm like, you ain't got no Indian blood in you. You went fucking around and just got pregnant. Get out of here.
Didn't you say you were Irish? Isn't there black Irish? Bitch, that's about hair color.
And like, I'm sure you guys saw me show that video in one of my earlier YouTube videos on the debate of mandatory paternity testing, and the women were fighting so hard to say no mandatory paternity testing. And her reasoning, that bald bitch, saying that it's a waste of taxpayers' money.
Oh,
I was like, really?
Oh, get the fuck out of here, man!
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it every goddamn time.
I'm
Straight up.
I pay for it too.
Because I want to know right now if I'm going to be footing the bill for this the rest of its life. That this initial investment to prove that it is mine is worth it.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Don't a bunch of women get a bunch of hair care products for free through taxes?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole new tax that just hit here in Washington that's pissing me the fuck off. But
oh, shit. Oh.
Like, women gets free healthcare shit for free because of taxpayers. So when the man wants to know if his child is his or not, now it's a shitstorm. Now it's a catastrophe. I wonder why. I wonder why you're so adamant on disapproving this.
Yeah.
Because
they're all
you
guilty.
can't hide.
Exactly. They're all guilty.
You can't hide. You can't. Your promiscuous behavior will come to light. But why do men care so much? What are you talking about? I'm like, paternity testing is just a modern thing that we do for the last millions of years. Why do you think promiscuous women, known by the town as promiscuous, are doomed to roam the streets? can never get a man. Because no man is going to commit to a woman like that solely because who knows if she's carrying his kid or not based on her past, based on her past experiences.
Here's another thing. I mean, I can probably put a guarantee on this one. Any man who's like a real man, high testosterone, lifts, does his shit, is on his money and has a right brain, he's going to produce a child that as soon as it comes out of the womb, he's going to fucking know that's his kid. It's going to look like him in every way.
Oh, exactly.
That's how it's always been.
There's just those features, especially when they hit a certain age. I think it was like 1 year old, 2 years old, around there, maybe even earlier, where they start getting the features of the dad. You know, when it starts to show.
They start pulling all those features about 9 months to a year, and then it progressively advances.
So that's our only evidence, unfortunately. We all know who the mother is, but we can only rely on what we know about her past and what my child looks like as he gets older. But now, paternity testing is here. Women are freaking out because they can't do the alpha seed, and the beta has to pay for it. If it becomes mandatory, there's no way for her to hide. None. How much manipulation, how much lying, etc., etc. The results don't lie.
Exactly, because I mean, you're right. Because if it ever became mandatory, that means that the child support lottery ticket will be gone.
Yep. And guess who's stuck with the child, unless she decides to adopt it. And I guarantee you, there's gonna be a lot.
I'll be damned if my child ever gets put into any kind of foster care state-run system. I will take my child on, thank you.
Yeah.
It's clear that she couldn't do it from the start, and she's proved that. Now give them to me.
Hey, quick question. Isn't the whole foster care system really human trafficking?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
If it wasn't for the work of my stepmother and my mother, my brother would have been completely lost in California when he was 11 years old. We were separated by the foster care system in California.
That's what I figured. Yeah, the whole foster care thing was human trafficking. Had a feeling. Yeah.
And I heard a shit ton of horror stories about foster care. Hell no. And in fact, right, when you see single fathers, it's even when they're on the streets, they have their kids with them, even as homeless. So even though these, once again, mothers give up their kids out of convenience, fathers, most of them, will protect their bloodline with their life. And they will be right beside them at all costs. Because that's his legacy if he passes away. Anything that your kid does, good or bad, everybody is gonna try to trace it to you.
Yep.
Like, oh, he must have got it from his dad. Good or bad. This is why you see a lot of men, a lot of fathers, single fathers, almost always have their kids no matter what, through the good and bad. Because they ain't going to no fucking foster care. Hell, I highly doubt fathers know how to adopt. Just like, I don't know the system. Like, the fuck?
I wouldn't want to get to know that system. I would rather deal with the struggles of being a single parent and raising a son and a daughter alone. because historically we've already proven that men can do that. Most women prehistorically in ancient times died of childbirth, and the fathers were forced to raise their children on their own. So how the
I agree.
fuck did the human species survive if most women died in childbirth, especially prehistoric times, with no medicine at all?
I definitely agree. I agree a million
How
percent.
did we survive? Oh, I wonder how the patriarchy started. Because the whole world was run by men because women died at childbirth.
Right. And back then, it wasn't even nuclear families. It was literally the whole families together, like a tribe.
Yep.
Right.
It was a village.
I'm a man that wants to have 5 kids, but the first woman that I had a child with died at childbirth.
Right.
So I still want to have 4 more kids. The second one dies only having 2 of my children. I'm still 2 down. I need 2 more.
And that's the big thing. And that's another thing. I try to tell women, oh, we can survive out without men. What are you talking about? I'm like, Did you know what happened in medieval times or earlier? What happens if a man dies early, like in war or something? You really think that the wife is chilling by herself?
Nah.
There's literally another, which is a typical custom, literally another male family member marries her out of respect.
I think the brother is supposed to marry the wife if the if his brother's if his brother passes away, the person who died, his brother's supposed to step in and marry her. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, the husband's brother.
The husband's brother takes the place. Yeah, that's how it was. I think in a certain, that was the custom. Back in the day,
kind of like in the Spain and Portugal area of Europe.
Yeah.
Just so that she can be taken care of.
Yep.
You really think there was a mass amount of women back then surviving by herself? Like, are you kidding me, lady?
No. They'd either die of exposure or get eaten by whatever wildlife is out there.
She's literally too exposed to danger. Like what Lionel made.
Yep.
They're humans.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's wild animals, but whether it's the environment, whether it is that she can't even get proper food or nutrition in her body. And what about the kid? The kid is going to die off right along with her. So, of course, a man has to swoop in once again to save the day. But it was more fair back then because men had responsibility. We still do today. But the difference is back then we had authority with the responsibility. Now men today have responsibility and no authority.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like slavery.
I agree. 100,000,000%. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You have anything to say about that, Mayor?
Definitely feels like slavery.
Definitely slavery.
I've already said it a couple times. Both of my children, their mothers will get $250,000 from me over my child's lifetime.
Jeez.
That is $500,000 of my money over the next 21 years. Well, we're 5 years in, so.
And you know what's the worst?
Go me, right?
Yeah, do you know what's the worst part though? Men, right? Single father. He can handle finances very well. Very well.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be a lot cheaper than $250,000 from 0 to 18. Oh yeah. And once the kid's old enough and that kid wants some expensive clothes or whatever, he's gonna have to get a job, or she's gonna have to get a job.
Or you can encourage them to learn a skill or master a craft and perfect it so that they can make their bread fat.
Yes, that's a big thing as well. I agree. I agree. It's just the fact that men. Okay, so I do believe that men and women are supposed to be interdependent. Okay, we do in fact need each other in a sense to continue the human race,
Fact.
and even better if there was a cooperative mom and father and mother in the house. Even better. But the difference is, if you're raised by a single mother, you're not. You know about emotion and love and all that other crazy notions, but you're barely or not at all taught order, discipline, taught boundaries.
Yeah,
And
either.
it's a complete opposite for the dad, right?
Yep.
The dad, oh yeah, immediately, and if he's a strong dad, gives you boundaries, structure, discipline,
Yep.
responsibilities, to the point where one day you'll be able to sustain yourself.
Yep.
And the dad keeps it real 1,000,000% all the way, especially when you hit the teenage years, right? But you won't be in tune with the emotion thing, right? Because men tend to be less emotional, right? Well, we ain't afraid to show it to our kids, but we're just less likely to be all lovey-dovey like the mother would.
Yeah, they call you a brute because you don't show any emotion, all that other stupid shit. Shit.
Like, what are you talking about? Men, we show our love through our actions.
Exactly.
Sacrifice.
Your actions.
Because
How much are you willing to bleed for your family? Because I mean, really, that's the strongest army is probably a bunch of hardened men who have families at home, sons and daughters and wives.
You got something to fight for. Yeah.
exactly, there's nothing that, in my opinion, with most fathers, because let's put it out there, there's shitty fathers as well.
Yep, they're out there. Yeah, you got your little party fathers and shit like that. Yeah, they're out there.
The one that goes and get milk, or the abusive fathers.
I would burn down the entire forest to kill the wolves that are trying to harm my children.
Yep.
Oh yeah, without a second thought. Is your mother willing to do the same?
Nah.
See, that's the thing. Fathers will not hesitate, at least in the modern world, break their backs for the rest of their lives, actually. But let's say for 40 years, right? Typically, right? 40 years? A father will continue until the day that he dies to take care of and give good advice to the children. Now, would you agree? Would you agree? Like, well, a father, even when he's hitting that old age, he was still trying to make sure that his kid is good?
Oh, yes. Like you never stop being a father.
That's why I see between my grandfather and my dad. They butt heads a lot, but of course it's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal between, adult sons and the father. They butt heads a lot, a little I'm bickering back and forth. But in the end, my grandpa always makes sure that my dad is good. All right, like he's in his 70s now. Can you really say the same from others? No, because at least when you take care of your father, there would be some type of appreciation return. But when it comes to taking care of your older mothers when they hit that old age, oh, it's hell, plenty of times. Oh, it's hell when they hit old age. They expect it. They demand that you stay by her side and take care of her.
Yes, a niche rain. Yes. Oof.
My grandfather was pretty much like the friend that we saw in that video to my father, who was trying to snap my father out of it. Don't marry this woman. You're a fucking idiot. And if you do, then I'm cutting you off. And but he still decided to take care of him. He gave him $60,000 and told him to stash it away for his children. So he tried to take care of his son in the end.
And
But
that's a crazy.
this woman that he married, she fucked that money off.
Oh man, she picked his pocket. Damn.
So, Spec Ops. This question right here, or that question, this statement right here, I will say
you're
I'm
pretty
correct,
sure that's a typo.
but at the same time, you're not correct.
If you come from a good family and your parents did you right in your upbringing, there is a measure of you do kind of owe a little bit to them, not your entire life,
but at the same time, you didn't ask to be here. That's a big thing that parents need to understand.
Uh-huh.
To the end, you should be sacrificing for your children. I mean, really.
Yes.
I mean, when you're old and decrepit, just fucking die already, man. Don't get yourself on a bunch of fucking machines. Just fucking die already, okay? Natural order take its place. We're not all meant to live to be 90 fucking years old. Don't fucking do it. It's not goddamn worth it.
No, I'll be waiting to die.
60, 70 years is enough time on this goddamn planet. All right? There's so much goddamn bullshit going on. I'd even say you can cut that back down to maybe 45. Just
I wouldn't want to
hand me a revolver with one fucking bullet in it, and I'm gonna play 6 rounds of Russian roulette by myself.
Damn.
I wouldn't want to
I'm done.
I don't want to pass 70s. Not gonna
72 is my target. I feel like I can make it there and be okay. After that, I don't want it.
Why would I wait to die? Like,
I want to go out screaming and covered in somebody else's blood, just like I came into this world.
no, I want some big booty bitches.
Damn.
Not gonna lie, that'd be my last, and some sugar booger, because I never tried it before.
Yeah, probably down my own land, or probably back on the continent somewhere. Yeah.
And that's the big thing you need to understand, gentlemen. And on top of that, speaking of dying, why do you think if women are so strong, independent, and don't need a man, and they're empowered and they can do the same thing that men can do, why does the father always give everything or most things to his son or the next?
Because he carries his name.
Or the men, that if he does have a son, he gives it to other men in the family.
Uh-huh.
There was a lot that I was supposed to get from my father being his firstborn son. Didn't happen, but you know,
Yes.
the things were in place. He did do that for me, but
Some legalities happened, or
no, my grandfather didn't respect it.
Oh. Yeah.
of course. And see, that's my worst fear, okay? Why would I want to bust my butt for 40 years, 50, 60 years straight just for me to be on my deathbed and having the people within your family fighting over the resources they never worked for?
Vultures.
Days. And you have younger people in the family. Some of them you never met before coming up to you. Hey, can I have the Camaro? Like, what? I'm dying, you asking me this shit?
Exactly.
Like, what about me? The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to leave this earth. Are you worried about a goddamn Camaro? Fuck you. I will much rather, like what Lion McTow said, I'd much rather just be rocking in a rocking chair in some type of, cabin near the lake, and it's enjoying the view in my last days.
Yep.
Because ain't no way if I'm in the hospice or if I'm at home in the deathbed or if I'm in the hospital, like whatever. If I make it to old age, there's no fucking way I'm going through that. There's no way. Because I know it's going to happen if I go down that route. I know it's going to happen. A bunch of family members, maybe one or two cared, but the rest of them was going to be pretend crying, and they're going to be wondering who gets who right in front of you in your deathbed. They're going debating who gets what of your stuff that they never earned. That's fucked, in my opinion.
Yep.
All the things, all the experiences, all the hard work you did in your life accumulated to that. I think that's worse than hell, in my opinion. I'm serious.
Yeah.
This is how it ends. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm God damn. It's actually really fitting for a whole thing that I have that I'm working on. I've got a song called "Crossing the Bridge" that I'm working on that are lyrics that just fit right into what you're saying. I met a vulture in the desert, living off the dead with pleasure. It was a measure of intention, nothing new in his invention. But whether or not this villain got away with another killing, it's irrelevant, because all he's doing is just living his life. Recognize that he's just living his life. Everyone listening. That vulture is just living its life. That's its natural state. Identify it in real life and avoid it at all costs. Make sure that you have vanguards around you to guard you in your death, so that you can find your way to the afterlife in peace.
I really do hope Valhalla exists, not gonna lie. That would be pretty dope. But I don't think I'll be able... Well, would I be able to go? Because I have to die in battle. But is it technically fighting for men's rights of battle? No, it's playing. Whatever.
I think I just said it. I want to go out the same way I came in. Naked, screaming, and covered in someone else's blood.
Should take out certain people. I can't say. I don't want y'all to be on the list. Don't leave the land to her daughter. She'll sell it for her girl trip to Las Vegas. Yep. I've definitely seen that plenty of times, where they just sell it so they can spend their money on Chanel bags or what the fuck it is.
My mother sold my grandfather's house.
Damn.
What did she use the money for?
Maybe $50,000 after all the mortgages paid off.
Do you know what she used it for?
And the fact that she had to give half of it to my stepfather, but that was because of the divorce. To rebuild her life.
Oh God.
And yeah, no giving your resources to not even your own. You okay? If you had a hypothetically, because I don't ever see myself getting married, but if your wife was there to the end, supporting you, since not marriage in the West, I'm talking about anywhere else that feminism hasn't touched. If your wife was there, and you don't have to sign a contract, you can just have a ceremony. That's another thing. If she's there from the beginning until death do us part, literally, then she earned resources. I'll give you that.
Our biggest enemy, guys, is the fucking simp and the cuck. Because listen to what I just told you. My stepfather was able to get a piece of my inheritance from my grandfather.
And
how? Because he manipulated the feminist family court system and the divorce system, which was built on feminism. He knew how to work it and got half of my inheritance.
Jeez.
This is why I hate simps and betas more than
Exactly.
modern women.
Exactly, man. The Sims are basically
They're
sexual.
snakes in the grass.
Yeah, they're snakes in the grass, and they're sexual scavengers, and their actions reflect their character. You just look at how they behave.
Let's just say the simps are the first thing
Mhm.
that I'll be looking for if shit hits the fan. And you would know if they're simps or not.
Oh, you'll definitely know. You'll be able to tell. You'll be able to know if they're Sims like right from the jump because when they start bringing up things about saving the women, let's do this for the women. Let's do this for the women. That's you'll be able to give themselves away, man. They can't turn the shit off.
Oh shit. Hey, my bad. I've been making these people wait forever. My bad, y'all. My bad. Let me.
Do you think?
I'm gonna add 3 people.
Do you think they
Ian, Gray, Real Talk.
Oh, they're all in the comments. They're not in the private chat. I didn't see. Damn.
Yeah.
They're blowing up in the comments.
I
Oh.
was going on my tangent. I forgot about them.
It's all
it's
good.
conversation.
Yeah, Merc
sure.
hangs out in the private chat. My bad, boys.
All good, all good.
But I'm going to start with Gray because I did see Gray come in first. Do you have anything to say about the topic today or anything that we spoke on?
I'll just go with the topic right away. Yeah, but the idea that, well, she's changed. Like, first of all, probably not really. And if she's changed, that means that you knew her when she was younger. So the change is unlikely to be for the better. As for this woman is different, like, again, at that point, that's the opposite. When you just met her, when she's brand new, and they can change to be worse at any time. So, like, both are completely unreliable. And if you hear someone say that, that's probably the vasopressin talking. Like, that pair bonding thing in males that makes them really want to protect and love their partner.
Yeah, Simps got that hope factor.
Yeah, they got that hopium. Yeah.
Real talk.
Yo.
You're
All right.
next.
So, excuse me hitting this bong throughout this live stream, but nevertheless, when it comes to the topic, I've interacted with a lot of women. You know, at first sight, they want to put that best foot forward. And as the layers start to come off, you know, of that onion, or, you know, you start to take one slice out of that pie and you take a bite, you're starting to taste some things. Like, at first it was palatable, but more and more starts to become uncovered. And it's very important, if you're going to engage with these women, to become sexually dominant. You have to be good in the bedroom, because that's about the only thing that will make the succubus feel comfortable around you, to where she can drop her guard, to where she no longer has to fake the funk to get what she wants. She's going to start to unveil herself. And not until you really have like a strong sexual bond with the woman and she sees you as some type of Chad, Tyrone, or alpha, whatever it may be, not till you get a taste of the cow before you buy the milk, will she start to open up and feel comfortable around you. So I hate to say be a man whore, but you really have to get your D game up to be able to penetrate her conniving and beguiling ways to get her to drop her guard. Other than that, it's going to be very, very difficult to not be a victim to thinking that she is a Nawalt. They're all waltz. There are no Nawalts. So remember that.
I agree, man. We're gonna go back to that later. Definitely. Ian Blades,
Good evening.
what's going on, man? You're next. What do you have to say about the topic today?
Going back to the start of the conversation, the abortion thing. Remember that crazy chick I told you about who stole all the light bulbs?
Right.
Well, she went into hospital for a reason, unbeknown to me, and she came out and told me that she'd actually had a miscarriage.
Interesting.
But I later found out it wasn't a miscarriage; it was an abortion.
And she gave you no legit reason why.
No, nothing at all. I didn't even know about it until afterwards.
Huh.
And the whole getting pregnant thing has an effect on men. When we're literally told that we're going to have a child, there's an alchemical release in our brains that actually changes our behavior. We start driving slower and doing less stupid things to make sure we're around for the child. So it's as serious to us as it is to a woman if they have a miscarriage. So
Right. And once again, men. Also, well, like I said before, women died over this. They've gotten killed over the situation. That's how much men put importance on continuing his bloodline. And then out of nowhere, she ends it out of convenience.
the
There's
second thing,
there's plenty of men out there. They can't take that. No, they will want vengeance because technically, she eliminated somebody, and not just anybody, his own child. So,
well, yeah, it's your bloodline, isn't it?
yeah.
Second thing is more amusing. That video of the bride, what the hell is it called? Twerking?
Oh yeah, that video. Yeah.
That literally gave me a flashback the first time I saw it, and again tonight, of we used to have a restaurant, and we were doing the after food and party for a wedding. And I was in the middle of doing the catering, and I looked out the window, and my chef was banging the bride.
No.
Yeah, man, he got a bent over a dustbin, and it was so funny because there's all this white bridal gown, and then it was covered over with a blue apron, and he was banging the shit out of her.
And the groom never knew.
The groom was literally in a room about 200 feet away from me.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, he could have just walked over and looked out the window. No, he couldn't actually. It was round the back. But yeah, apparently she wanted one final bang before she went into wifey mode, supposedly.
See, gentlemen, that's one of many examples. I've seen countless examples on Reddit, YouTube, Facebook, any other social media site where they post these type of videos of the bride on the wedding day riding the dude, and it's usually the best man.
Yeah, it's common.
Why sign the contract, gentlemen? Why at this point? Why will you sign it?
The funniest thing I ever saw at a wedding was at a hotel where I used to do weddings, and it was a Scottish wedding. It was a bunch of English guys in kilts and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy sat on the bride's knee for a wedding picture, and when he sat up and got off her, he left a skid mark on her dress.
Damn.
Was it noticeable?
What the?
Oh, that's nasty.
Hey, Ian Blaze, was it noticeable?
Yeah,
Okay.
and also they were taking a picture of it.
How thoroughly do you have to shit yourself for it to go through your pants?
He was wearing no pants because he believed the bollocks about Scottish people wearing kilts.
Oh.
We have flesh-biting insects in Scotland. We can't wear kilts.
Lion and MGTOW, what do you have to say about the bride situation?
Oh, you mean like the bride that was in that video twerking and doing that dumb shit?
The story Ian Blaze mentioned where the bride was banging his coworker.
Yeah, that right there is trash bag behavior, and at this point, you should let the trash stay in the trash. Fuck it.
And then after she was done, she just switched to, "Oh, I'm the only one for you," wifey mode.
As she just like literally just sort of wiped the wedding dress down, walked back up the steps, and went back into the party. And Pete
Yeah.
came in with a big smile on his face, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's nasty. No thanks.
I'm pretty sure it's in my opinion, in 2022 is common. In my opinion.
yeah, the whole bachelorette party thing.
See, the bachelor.
Again, the bachelorette party, you're gonna end up paying for it if you marry this woman. If you marry this fucking woman, you're gonna end up paying for her bachelorette party, and you know she's going to Dancing Bear. She gonna be sucking some Tyrone schlong during her bachelorette party, not 24 hours before her dad walks her down the aisle, and that's if her daddy's in her life, and you know her daddy ain't in her life.
I used to work in a nightclub, and the worst thing was ladies' night. Especially when,
Oh God, those are the absolute fucking worst.
oh, the Chippendales.
Oh.
Hell on earth, man.
Hey guys, I'm gonna pause this right quick because it's chilling time.
If
If
you
you
want
guys-
to support this,
You're trying to copy me, huh? If you guys want to support this channel or the Warband in general, please donate to the link I just pinned on top of the comments to paypal.me/Yeetus. 100% of the money will be going towards the production of the channel or anything that the Warband needs. Because the more quality videos and live streams we can send to you, the better. Look at the gift I have. Look at the art that I have in the background. It's because of you guys' donation.
it's dope. It's
All
fresh.
right.
Admit it. It's fresh.
It's fresh. Not that fed and simp motherfuckers, but it's fresh.
Fraud. fed and fraud.
So if you guys want to donate, any money
Fresh.
will be appreciated. Because I am looking for new art, new gifts, new anything. The only thing that I'm looking for right now is to pay for the format of my videos. I would like to change the format. That's pretty much one of the last things I need. And I kind of suck with technology. You know, I haven't really done this live stream for long. So I'm going to be giving somebody else a little bit of the shills to make it for me. So thank you for donating. All right. Somebody left. Who left?
Nobody.
Lion and make time. Lion and make
Oh, I
time.
make time.
All right.
Go on,
It's
come on.
all good.
He might come back.
Hey, Island Hermit, I see you. Join the stream. You still gotta explain your story. Join. But besides that, right? Simps, man. Simps. I feel bad for them at first, but eventually I get pissed off. I get very pissed off.
Well, no,
Because-
that you can't really feel bad for them. Like,
Well, in a sense,
they're
it
the
depends on-
they're the enforcers.
yeah,
they
but
have
at
a
the same
they have a
time,
choice.
right, it depends on how they were raised and who's their influence for them to get to that point. So they didn't know that they were being taught that way in the first place because of the single mothers, because all the aunties. His dad is getting some milk. All these female influences from birth into adulthood. Teachers, nurses, the media, like shit, anything. Like majority of society right now is controlled of the narrative of women. only the fathers or the male figures that stays around are able to protect their kids from that. So in the beginning, I do feel bad. In the beginning,
It is programmed normal behavior, though. I mean,
right?
Well,
But
we've all
eventually, I can't feel bad anymore. Eventually, because in 2022, there's too much information out there for them to not know how women truly are.
Well, that's the thing. At what point, do you say, okay, it's not your fault because you don't have free will? Like that's really the sticking point, because to say it's not their fault is to say that no one has free will. Everyone is just a product of their previous influences.
But it's all about nature versus nurture. Not nature versus. Yeah, I think it's nature. I can't even remember. Fuck. It's pretty much nature versus the environment.
There's a difference now between the old-fashioned idea of romancing a woman and their demands, which turns into simping.
They didn't know from little until growing up. That's why there's plenty of, luckily, more men, younger, well, not men, but younger teenage men. You know, I wouldn't call them men, but like boys. They're getting red pill now, but 10 years ago, grown-ass men were getting red pill.
Yeah, I've seen
all their lives. And with the shit ton of influence, the hold that the gynocentric system has on society itself, men don't even realize at times. I'm not saying all men.
But that's the thing. Do they really? Like, okay, I can't speak for everyone, but how many, like when you were red pilled, was it more a matter of, oh, wow, this is new information, I've never thought of that before? Or was it more, holy shit, I'm not crazy, it's real?
When I was 18,
giant dagger in your back.
When I was 18, new information. Because it's a different perspective. It's literally taking the red pill. Going down that rabbit hole. It's like, oh shit. Everything that I was taught and raised to do when it comes to women, all of it was a lie. And that's where the red pill rage kicks in for many men.
Well, there's that aspect, but like you still observe reality. Like it doesn't matter how much you're taught women like nice guys. You're still going to see them with the assholes. You're still going to see reality not matching up to the narrative.
Yeah, but the men don't have the answers on why that's even happening in the first place.
And that's where I want to interject. I believe that it's the feeling, and it's with any red pill, whether it's with women, world conspiracies and whatnot. The hardest part for your beta, your blue pill, is going to be the feeling of being duped. No one wants to feel that feeling. And I think that's what Yeetus just mentioned. It's like they see it, but they're like, if I believe this kind of shatters how I've been raised, what they told me in church, how my mom told me what women want. So there's like a huge cognitive dissonance that's going on. And Gray, you have like a lot of validity, and Yeetus, you guys both have validity, but it is definitely a nature versus nurture. But the feeling of being duped is the hardest part for them.
I gotta say this real quick. As a man, we don't like being lied to.
Nope.
At all. That's the biggest thing that'll piss us off. All right, at least most of us, is being lied to. Now magnify that by 100, or actually a fucking 1,000, knowing that you were lied to your entire fucking life, and wondering why plenty of your relationships failed, and why you're the nice guy and do all the nice things that society taught you to do because that's what quote unquote real men do. But then she chooses the opposite. Of course, men knows, hey, this doesn't add up, but they truly don't have they didn't have the answers. At least back then, they didn't have the answers on why. Okay, especially if there's no male influence. They don't know why.
Well, that's the thing. To a certain point, but this is where like Real Talk points out that it's that cognitive dissonance, but that's where the element of choice comes in. You get to choose, do I believe that everything I have been taught about relationships is a lie? Refuse to trust basically everyone around me because now I have to accept that they're lying to me, and build up reality from complete scratch because I don't have any sort of answers at this point or explanation for it? Or do I just keep believing this narrative, which I don't really believe to be true? Like, that's where the choice comes in. And certainly to take the red pill, like completely independent, is not easy. And yeah, something that I wouldn't expect a lot of people to do. Very few men to do ever, especially since it's basically going to ostracize you from your community. But at the same time, the choice is there.
But does a man truly knows for sure the choice is there? Because once again, men, they base their choices on experiences and what they know.
Yeah,
But that's the thing. It's their experiences, not what they're. But it's when your experiences don't line up with reality.
But you know, many men out there, once again, they can't figure out why, especially if they don't really have any male influence in the first place to tell them why women are how they are. Because women, they like to operate on possibilities. They like to operate on the Disney tale utopia stuff. And if they're surrounded by that their entire lives, you know, I'm talking about men, that's how they're going to base their questioning. Like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but he liked this girl. Well, she likes this dude, but not me. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough. Maybe I'm not trying hard enough to be the prince that she wants. You know, but once that man reached that certain age, which for me it was 18 because of social media. But let's say before Red Pill MGTOW got popular, he will have to be in his mid to late 20s to finally truly question on why, you know, why this is happening. Because plenty of men, at least what I've seen online, they got red pill in their 20s, 30s, sometimes even their 40s. Because there's stories of men marrying again and again and again and again until at least somebody out there tells them, hey, or a Reddit story or something that they've seen online, anything tells them, hey, you're doing this entire thing wrong. This is the real reason. Bam! The red pill hits you like a fucking truck. And men don't know how to feel because their entire lives, whether it's 18 or early 40s, their entire lives, they were lied to.
Well, actually, there was, I think, an interesting experiment on that subject where they had a whole bunch of people, like in a classroom.
Continue. Give me 1 minute. I have to be right back, but continue. Be right back.
Yeah. Okay, so basically they had this whole classroom full of students, you know, somewhat like reasonably intelligent people, and they put up a bunch of answers on the board. And when someone and like the teacher asked, like, okay, which is the correct answer, a plant in the classroom spoke out that it was the wrong one. And a couple other people who were also plants agreed with that person. And then the neutral test subjects, despite believing, like knowing that that answer was wrong, because no one else was raising their hand and objecting to the plants, they felt the social pressure to just nod and agree. I think that's a big element with the red pill is you finally find, like, not even just like sometimes it's just one, but a bunch of people that are talking about it. And then you're like, and that's when some of the realization comes in, because now you're not the only one. You're not alone. There's someone else objecting to it, someone else presenting an alternative to the seemingly monolithic narrative.
Well, I kind of missed it, but you got something to say, Blades?
I was going to say it's like Socrates' metaphor of the cave. You know, the four guys are chained into a cave, and they only get to see the inside of the cave for many, many years. So that's their belief of what reality is. And then
they see silhouettes on the wall. Is what it is, right? Yeah. And they see a bunch of silhouettes on the wall. They believe that's reality. They don't understand anything other than that.
And then this guy comes in and rescues them. He takes them outside, and they kill him.
Yeah, they reject reality.
Exactly. And that's basically what happens to a lot of red pill people.
Hey guys, 1 second. Lord Pepsi.
Hey, what's up? How are you guys doing?
There's a bit amount of noise in the background.
Oh, real? All right, let me cut that somewhere else. Yeah, I'm on the Bluetooth. All right, is it better?
Nope.
Uh-oh. I'm at a car shop, that's why.
How long are you going to be there for?
No, I'm good. Is it better?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So how are y'all doing?
Oh, wait, I'm hearing it again. God damn it. Well, let's ignore it for now.
Pepsi, you playing some Magic tonight? Is it Friday Night Magic?
Actually, yeah, I was playing Commander right now. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good, Lord Pepsi. Where did the magic thing come?
On the title of your video, this woman is different. I'm actively dating. Not spending too many plates because, as you know, being red pills, like you got to discern like which ones are worth the time and effort or not, and there is a difference from pursuing and overly investing. And it's just interesting, you know, getting different takes from different groups, I want to say, within the manosphere. So I know some of y'all like completely MGTOW. Yeah, as for myself, like I was saying, like I'm still dating, so I still interact and with the wide field of women, I want to say, from different backgrounds here in Southern California.
That's true. And you are dating a woman within states?
Yeah, local here and there. I mean, there'll be some places like they're in LA. I'm outside of LA. Sometimes Orange County, Long Beach, depends really.
Orange Grove.
But here's the big thing, though. You do recognize the dangers if you do decide to take it seriously, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know there's that gray area of like where there's that mushy middle where like there's a big group. I think in the manosphere there's a big chunk that are purple pill that are dancing the fine line, so to speak. And you know, some men go to YouTube or the internet to try to get that in between, that purple pill type of advice.
And don't get me wrong, if they want to get married, they can get married. I can't stop a man from getting married as long as this man realizes the consequences behind that decision. I'm talking about signing the marriage contract.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now I got close. Like full disclosure, I mean sometimes we puff out our chest and talk mad game or whatever, you know. But like there'll be times where we have like a what's it called, like that weakness of what's that thing, that kryptonite. That kryptonite where like there's this girl that's real good and you're like, okay, well I have the experience, I could understand and see, and this girl's pretty good, but it's like, damn, well I can't string along this girl and keep her from her family to move back to where her family, back to Europe in this case, right? And I mean I could have done the thing, it would have been nice, you know, because like men do love differently. They love the idea to build their empire and have their partner with them, to support them and kind of put to rest the spinning plates deal. But there's that.
Well, how do you feel about this?
What's up?
Pops is saying purple pill is cope.
It's coping. You know what? That's a good one because it day to day it's like a battle. A lot like you're making decisions, and I mean, some people could be more set in life. Others are like, okay, well, am I interested really in this girl that I just met at the gym the other day and she was cool? Do I want to reach out to her till next week? And it's like, you want to do the thing. I'm not going to have someone live with me or like move in with me, I guess, if that defines MGTOW or Red Pill. Like, don't be fully committed, I guess would be the easiest way to say it. Or don't have them move in with you. Other than those two things, I think everything else is fair game, so to speak, as long as you don't contractually get married or have a kid. I guess that would be 3. Or have them move in with you, because some states they move in with you after 6 months, you're practically married to them, depending on what state you're in.
And you still contemplate marriage?
No. I do get asked though, like I'm the one guy out of my whole group. Like everyone else was like they were the bad boys, but they ended up getting married and having a kid in a house, like the whole family thing, and it's working for them. Mind you, they're doing that balancing act of the purple pill where, I mean, for them it's good. I see it. Like they're not simps per se because they hold their frame, or because some people do it, some men do it like unconsciously, meaning that so long as they're the man that she fell in love with initially, so long as he remains within that frame, so to speak, that model that she looked up to and fell for, then he'll be okay with the rest. Now they might have fun on the side, say, oh, she's going to go out and blah, 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 but they do the family thing, I mean, albeit with bickering and fighting sometimes, but anywho.
How long have these things actually lasted, though, as they sit today, Pepsi?
Oh yeah, according to the numbers and stats.
Well, I'm talking about your friends that you're saying that are in these situations. How long has it actually been? 2 years,
it's been a while.
3 years, 5 years?
Long time. I want to say lifetime, like more than 5, 10. They're like childhood friends, so to speak. But that's like the group that I grew up with, because we each of us here in this group, I guess, have our different groups of upbringings. I'm Hispanic. My background is Hispanic, so it's like very religious and familial or family oriented in my particular sphere.
That does make a difference.
Okay.
Does anybody else have something to say about Lord Pepsi's situation?
No, right now I'm still single. Like I brought up that one situation that was the most recent where I thought about it, like talking to homegirl about, doing the thing, so to speak, or having her more included in my plans together to bring her in. But that's the closest as far as like some, because there are fringe cases that you just never know. Like I'll go hit up on a girl and I'll be like, damn, well, maybe I'm the one that broke her rule, or I'm the exception to her, or, and I'm telling you because I'm still dating and I'm still doing the thing. And it's like, damn, like, I don't know if she's just the hoe or not. Like that's where I'm at in my case.
I think it's.
Do you know about her past?
Does she submit?
Yeah.
Because that's the big thing. Do you know about her parents? And do you know how they act, her family?
Does she submit reluctantly when she's in the company of other people?
Oh no, and that's the tough part, because it's really like, I understand, like, don't put women on a pedestal, like the whole, like, she didn't know, she doesn't. It's like, imagine dating being a coaching date, or like being red pill. Like some of these girls, come across with. Like, they don't know what your background is. Like, they don't know I'm pulling game on them, and she's just good with me because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So she is subservient, or if that's the right way to put it, but
Submissive.
or
Wait,
submissive.
hold up. Hold the fuck up.
All right, stop the bus.
How is her family?
Good. And I came close because they're back in Europe, and we broke up before I had the chance, or we took the trip together to go meet her family.
She has both parents?
Yeah.
And both parents are good?
From what I could tell, I want to say yes. I want to say her background is from the Balkans.
Okay.
So I want to say like that part of Europe, or if that's still technically Europe.
It's
how the
it's
Balkan
semi-Middle
culture is.
Eastern Europe-ish. It's kind of
Eurasian.
more, kind of a mixture of Europe, Asia,
Yeah.
Arab, and it's a mix. It's a pretty good mix.
Well,
Balkan women are fine. I will give it to Balkan women.
Yeah, I'll say Croatian. I mean, I'm not doxing her. Obviously, you guys don't know her, but Croatian, and there's like some Italian influence there, and in surrounding areas. But from what I could tell and everything, it's like, all right, it's cool. It's just unfortunate situation that happened, and it was kind of mutual thing. And I saw the early signs of her not wanting to leave me, but she has to decide to go back to family because of reasons that were outside of our control. Let's just say that,
So 2 more questions then. I got 2 more questions.
What's up?
How old is she?
30 something, 32, 33.
How old are you?
Is she single?
I'm 37.
Oh, okay.
And do you have any idea what her body count is? I know she's going to lie to you, but do you have like a rough estimation?
Oh, no, I don't know, and it wouldn't matter because as being red pill, we would think that if a girl is going to enjoy herself be promiscuous, so be it. Like, I understand and accept that.
Alright, so are you saying her body count doesn't matter?
Well, put it this way, and mind you, the only reason I bring this up because I didn't want to, or I wasn't going to actually have her move in with me, or much less get married. I'm just talking about like discerning, like, this woman is different, or the female kryptonite to a man. That's okay. To stick to that focus. Because I have my body count, she has hers, and it's like, yeah, you could, win gold or the lottery ticket and have like this one ideal, like, pristine virgin woman that has a blank tape that you're going to record a lifetime experiences with. I mean, that's fine if you got that.
Well, have you wondered why she's 32 or whatever and still single?
She told me about her previous relationships and everything, and
was it all the man's fault?
It was a combination. She was, put it this way, for her, she was, and this, of course, it goes back to human nature as far as like monkey branching or choosing like the better, right? And I was the better, and she had before me with the person she was living with. They were struggling because of this. They were business partners, and of course, she would have to interact with a lot of guys, and I could only imagine if she fooled around his back, being the way he was, and he was a straight up simp, I guess. I'll just say it. And with me, it was different. It's like we just go fool around on the weekends, swing by, go do her thing, and it was cool,
Okay, so here's the big question.
Yeah.
What's the difference between her? Like, why choose to date her and not somebody
23?
Yeah.
Well, like, or in this case, like, spending more time for her. Like, she was at the top of the plate, at the top of the list, to put it that way. There was these other girls I would be dating with, but definitely were like, okay, they're just flings.
Because I know you don't plan on marrying her and all that stuff, but let's say you guys get serious. Let's say you guys decide to have kids. You know she's already in the danger zone when it comes to kids, right?
Oh yeah, and she already told me like she didn't want no kids. She had an abortion once too, and I was like, well, I didn't want no kids. I didn't want no. I didn't want no kids. I mean, that's
right,
again my case myself. I'm speaking on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Right.
I understand.
Pepsi,
Still, that's
I'll
a gigantic
I'll
red
talk
flag,
from experience. I'll talk from experience here.
Yeah.
It just
Run.
all right. The mother of my son, and I didn't realize this. I wasn't knowledgeable to this until after we had conceived. Had previously had an abortion. Had I known that, I would not have even considered relations with the woman. She held that information from me because I made my stance on it apparent, and I've stood on that hill and I'll die on it. In the end, she walked away with my son, and I will probably never have contact with him again.
Damn, sorry to hear about that.
And do you really plan?
Well,
hold
well,
I got a big thing right
hold
now.
on. He's talking about somebody who's over 30 years old.
Yeah, which is
who
kinda
doesn't want
irritating
children.
right now.
Who doesn't want children.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the adverse.
Yeah.
A woman who wants children. This woman had 4 children prior.
I took out all 4.
My son was her 5th.
Yeah.
Out of 3 men.
Yeah.
That's a serial killer.
And you did not know about this until later.
No.
Yeah.
I was first knowledgeable that her 3 or 4 children before were from the same man, and that he was a psycho. It turned out that in her early teens she chose a Chad who got locked up in prison, and then jumped on a beta cuck who fathered 3 of her children and got locked into child support, lost everything, and had to work underground the rest of his life. Until she ran into me while I was in the middle of fighting for my daughter.
And would you say this was before you were red pilled or had less knowledge of women?
This was definitely before I was full on red pilled to women. I understood how society worked. I understood that bankers and corrupt politicians fuck us every chance they get.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
And
Lord Pepsi, hold up, because I definitely need to say this shit. I don't give a fuck. All right?
Yeah.
I really hope that you don't go beyond what you're at right now. How long have you known her?
Total 2 years, and we've been broken up like 3 months more. I mean, I forgot. Like it's been.
You're done. You're already done.
You broken up with her
broke
before?
up. You're done.
Like, quite frankly, if she's out of your life and you're never going to see her again, you have no idea how much of a toxic bullet you dodged.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I mean, it's now, and again, this is why I have to go back to like my main focus right now is like, yeah, this is my particular case. I've been asked if I want to have a family and kids, and I was like, well, I don't know, like I wouldn't mind it. Like idealistically, like it seems like a good idea. That's my upbringing, blah blah blah. Will it actually happen? I doubt it because the way these hoes be, You know, like
They
just like
will,
how we
they
be
will
talking.
chameleon on you. They will chameleon
yeah,
on you.
there you
This
go.
woman did it to me for 5 years and then walked away with my son
Or they'll
and
straight
a
up sperm jack you.
$250,000.
Yeah.
So like you better be putting hot sauce in those, or making sure that they're down the toilet.
And you guys
Yeah.
are back together, Lord Pepsi?
No.
So you guys are still currently
like,
broken up.
yeah, and like I was saying earlier, like I'd seen the signs early on where like we had discussions about like, you know, her, you know, like discussing her future or our future, or not like actual relationship, but just like in general, right? Like you could pick up on things if you're keen to it, where you're like, okay, that's a red flag. Like now she's thinking about whatever. And I was like, all right, you know, I wrote her a letter actually. I just mailed it to her, be like, all right, that's it. I'm letting you go. Like, yeah, like you have to live your life, and we could continue on, but we'd just be delaying the inevitable type of blah blah blah, and just left it at that. And
You
zero
guys haven't
contact.
been in contact since.
No, zero contact on my end, and she understood, and that's the reason why I'm telling you, like, it's like, goddamn, like, she did have a good head on her shoulder, albeit her experience of coming here to the States, going to college, and living, like, say, past 10 years, she's been here, 10, 15, but anyways, like, her youth, let's just say her 20s, you know, she lived them out, and yeah, now she's back with her family, and maybe I could have picked up on, like, I could have, I don't
You
know.
still deem yourself as purple pill?
That's no, not purple pilled, because this one, there's an example. I'll bring it up because of this. The whole reason for the call-in is there are kryptonite. There's that kryptonite woman that's, because you never know, like, if you are in a dating scene, or if you have a homegirl giving you choosing signals, or comes up on you, like, you're kind of saying, like, they could be a chameleon, but if you're right, and you're a man and you want to get down with the girl, even if it's for like a one night stand, or just dating a few times here and there, to like the rest of the listeners out there, you know, or us in particular in this group, that's a part of the manosphere that I'm in right now.
Sounds like you fell in love.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like it, because no way that
It happens to
I'll
us
be
all,
able
man.
to overlook all those red flags.
That's the vasopressin speaking. You spend, especially if she was at the top of your list, the more time you spend with her, the more time you spend intimate with her, your brain's going to release a bunch of vasopressin, and you're going to start idealizing her. You don't have any control over that.
Yeah, because there's no fucking way. 32, fucking had an abortion before. 30, like, she was 30 when you met her. That's a red flag in itself.
Left her existing man for you. That should be a massive red flag that she's not loyal.
Exactly.
And I mean, I had my fun on the side too. Like, we never had that relationship discussion either. Like, she didn't bring it up, I didn't bring it up. Like, we just basically had fun on the weekends for consistently.
Okay,
put it
so
that way.
she was just a fling.
She was a good piece. Like, where are they each other's main piece or side piece? We didn't know. It didn't matter in the sense of we're already having a good time. Like, we'd go out and do the thing to have a day, right? And that's it. Like, we all go back to work during the week. We'll see each other on the Sunday, Friday, whatever. And
so she was a good piece that you had feelings for. Because there's no way in hell.
I get it, Pepsi.
She was just a piece.
Well, put it this way, like, replace the word feelings with care for, because it's like, okay, some women don't, you don't care at all for certain people, for humanity, or if you're misanthropic or whatever, you know, but like, there are some people that are close to you, not you, but like some people in my case, like, okay, cool, like, I'll care for these people. Maybe you could call that feelings, emotions, or whatever, but, or bondage, whatever, whatnot. But that's like the tight knit community.
Then at that point, we got two different definitions of having a piece. Then.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, I could, and full disclosure, again, like, I'm not gonna try to like be all like alpha tough or whatever the hell words we could use. Like, I know I'm confident in myself enough to say, you know what, this girl's pretty good. I knew how she could be or her friends, like all that, right? Like doing this thing to like YouTube stuff for like past, God, like 10, 15 years.
I'm just saying, if you
Or,
wrote a
Okay,
letter
so
to her
whenever
to break up with
since
her,
you said that she doesn't want children, right? Are you okay
correct.
with that?
Yeah.
Are
At that
you
time,
okay with not having children without
me,
continuing your family line down your branch of the tree?
if you took it
that's a
seriously
good
with her,
question right there. Let me address that. As a legacy, like I would like to have a son of my own that I could raise and bond with and whatnot. I could only imagine how great that feeling could be.
yeah, I
You
still want
know,
fucking kids. Fuck all that.
You- it- oh, I mean, it's yeah. Now again, realistically though, like the way things are and all, like I mean, nah, it's like that's very exit out right there. To
Well, I'm
um,
not having it here. Wasn't once again, like I said a million times, I'm going where feminism hasn't arrived or barely touched.
Poland.
yeah.
So
Now, to finish off, I could foresee the only potential cultural shift is where there's more and more open, like out in the open mockery of simps, whereas like there's that whole Jack Murphy thing where, oh no, don't be a simp, don't be a cuck, and if on a cultural level, more and more men say, hey, you know, man up more, you know,
Doesn't matter
don't
what
be a
the
simp.
cultural
hey,
shift is.
Cuck,
The
Cuck
laws are going
Murphy
to
deserved
stay.
it.
Uh,
He took
in my
advantage
circle,
of young men for monetary gain, pretending
yeah,
to
He
be
did.
so
something that he's not.
He's the
yeah,
male equivalent of a chameleon. He's an octopus.
oh yeah.
So
And I
in
could
nature,
only hope that I could only hope that the next generation coming up learns or sees from our mistakes, so to speak. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
in nature, the female octopus will just rip the male's penis off of him and
Yeah,
do
and
her business with it.
yeah, and some girls
And
do it
he is
outright.
left the rest of his life
Yeah,
without the ability to father children.
yeah,
What she has done to him is all that can be done.
yeah. I mean, I
He
don't
is
want to give Jack
he is
Murphy
an
more
octopus.
attention than he needs. Yeah, I mean,
Fuck
yeah,
Cuck Murphy.
yeah, that was that. I don't like giving certain people's like more attention than they need. Like it's us here, or the people that are listening to, we're in that small percentage of red pill men in the world, I guess, whatever it is. I think the other day I was asking you, Sir Yeetus, like of the whole red manosphere, let's say, what's the male population in it, in the world? Like, are we really that scattered out, or more people are aware that we need than we realize, or what?
We're still scattered out.
Like, let's be honest. So we've got, like, first of all, you got to be men are less than half the population to begin with. And then you got to consider how many men, like, can't even use the internet well enough to even get to this kind of point to be, like, after that. Like,
Yeah,
you'd be, I think, even assuming that it's double-digit percentage of the male population would be stretching it.
yeah,
Well,
and then
Pepsi, we're not trying to attack you, bro. We were just trying
oh
to
no, I
see where you're
honestly I
going.
didn't even take it that way. Like
Okay.
I know we need to have that back and forth of like, wait a minute, like just kind of check. I'd rather prefer that than everyone just being an echo chamber and just agreeing all day.
All right, just making sure, man. Just making
Oh
sure.
yeah, oh definitely. I mean I've been around the block, and I mean for as long as YouTube like is, I just been listening to stuff on the internet here, everywhere, and I had my experiences, my rip from moments, definitely. But yeah, I just want to say, like, I do have to put in my 2 cents as far as there is that reality that we have to go back to away from this, like when I
Okay.
finish the call or when the video ends,
Okay.
we drive off, we go to sleep, and we wake up tomorrow, and it's like real life. We go back to real life Estes. And yeah, there's some nuances that are valid and that we deal with or delegate, however you want to say it. Others are like outright like, oh, I'm not going to deal with that. That's too obvious. Like no argument there. For me, I'm still actively dating. That's my background. And I have these dealings on and off, let's say. The other day I was at a club and I was like, this whole like you wanting attention, she's a attention freak. And I was like, nah, like I read up on that language, right? Based on my experience, whatever. And I was like, nah, I ain't gonna give that girl experience. I'm gonna go dance with this homegirl over here. And yeah, turns out that she was married. Like after making out with her, like, yeah, had a family, kids and everything, but she had a night out on her own by herself. And I was the dude that was like, fuck, you know, I'm the fucking alpha side piece that she had, you know. I was like, damn, but that's reality, you know. All she
Well,
wanted,
reality that should be for most men is that I'm waking up today. I'm a man.
yeah,
Time is against me, and time is the most important thing in my life. Majority of women that I cross paths with will be a waste of time. But I should be focused on my goals and ambitions.
yeah,
In 2022, there are women out there that solely is trying to suck the emotional, the resources, your time, your attention. Women consume. It is what it is. But many men need to realize that women shouldn't be on higher your priority at all. In fact,
yeah,
women should be very low on your priority list. Because in fact, women in general are attracted to that. You know?
yeah,
Women can tell if a man is on a mission. A woman can tell if he's on his purpose, doing what he needs to do. That's what women are attracted to. Don't believe in all that, oh, pay attention to me, this and this, blah, blah, blah. No.
oh yeah,
But
yeah,
she's supposed to be in your world, not the other way around.
yeah.
And that's what she wants. Anybody want to disagree with that? Anybody?
I've actually got a little bit to add on to that.
What's up?
When it comes to breaking down of priorities, which is where I think a lot of this comes down to, everyone's man, woman, whatever, first priority needs to be themselves. Like
Yes.
physical well-being, mental well-being, all that. Because if you don't have that, you're dead, and there's nothing else you can do. Second has to be like your job would be the abstract part of it, but really however you acquire resources and power. Because if you don't have that, then you're useless. You can't do anything else.
Yes.
And third
you can't
priority.
take care of yourself. There's no point in nothing else.
Like you can be completely homeless and still survive and whatnot and dig yourself out if you have just your health. But if you have your health and some kind of job, some way to acquire resources and money, then what you can do expands in its potential exponentially. Third priority, that's where you start to get variables. Family is probably going to be your third priority at that point, because those are the people who are most likely to have your back. Everything else is at least fourth priority.
What'd you say, Lord Pepsi?
No, I hear you. I was just saying bye to someone.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're talking about priorities.
Well, do you have anything to say to the Warband before I let you go?
No, he's taking that.
Oh, yeah. Now, be careful, y'all. Like always, you know, we have good advice here. We come from different backgrounds, you know, and that's my background. I'm still dating and just like interacting with women's on the day to day, and not as much though, because again, like you're saying, like you got to prioritize yourself, and then whatever else follows, then yeah, you do your thing based on that. And if there's one channel I do have to give a shout out to that to me has provided a lot of insight is Alpha Male Strategies, AMS. I learned a lot from him, and I lived through what he says as far as like dating and whatnot. You know, not getting caught up. But I hope y'all a good one. Y'all have a good night, and it's good talking. I'll be happy to answer any of y'all questions too before I go.
Who, us or the chat?
Or if you guys have questions for me.
Nope, I don't have any. Does anybody else have questions?
No.
No?
No, man.
Nothing?
No.
Stay strong.
I'm good.
All right, cool. All right, y'all keep it up. Thank you for having me on. Good night.
All right, peace out.
Right?
Late.
That guy Pete.
What is up, my brother? Puniti.
Ooh, Niti. Now, do you have anything for the topic today or anything that we've talked about?
Yeah, I showed up a little bit late to the party, but I was listening to that guy, and yeah, I mean, in my experience talking to Hispanic, because where I work, it's like half Eastern European and the other half is Hispanic. I'm like the one American guy at the whole workplace, so they come from more traditional, like nurture, regulated, that type of stuff. So yeah, he kind of comes from a similar family like I do, where it's like I came from a household, 2-parent household, strong traditional values, all that shit. And then you go out into the world, you see this modern shit, and it doesn't mix with what you were, raised to believe. That's probably what he was trying to do. This dude was in purple pill. He was bargaining. He was trying to like reconcile the red that he knows is true with this idealistic blue pill bullshit fantasy in the Balkan Peninsula with a 32-year-old girl. Look, man, she left the country for a reason. Like that's all I'm saying. So there's just certain things you just gotta leave in the past. But it's hard, because I've talked with a lot of people in his boat, like Hispanic, very tight-knit community. They explain it to me because I try to explain red pill ideas, and they're like, no, man, it's not like that. I come from a tight-knit family and all this. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do you think I came from? Like, we come from the same cloth. So it's like, when you look at it, it's like, I kind of felt bad for him because he was like tiptoeing around the answers when you were asking him the questions, trying not to give too much away. But everybody in the chat knew, man. We all knew. Let's keep it 100. We knew what kind of woman that was and why exactly she's single at 32. We knew.
The now wall idea, it needs to die, because like when I was talking to somebody before about this, all women are the same around the world. It's all about her environment that's different.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if she has the ability to take advantage of you, she will.
Hypergamy lives in all of them.
Correct. That's the factory setting. Exactly. But it's the nurture, it's the upbringing, it's the religion, it's all that shit that sort of tames that hypergamy, just like it tames our polygamy, which is our nature, to go out and just get as much puniti as we can. So,
Actually, I disagree there and say that it's actually none of those. It's the environment above all of them. Because you can take a woman who is raised in like the most uptight, religious, conservative, like all those boxes there. You shove her into a feminist hellhole with a whole bunch of like-minded women, she's gonna sweat it up.
More
Yeah,
than
yeah.
I have mine.
More
yeah,
than
yeah,
women.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, like, if you go to places where women are tamed, they're not giving into their hypergamy, chances are it's because they haven't been exposed to the Western feminist type stuff. No, we're in agreement on that. I don't disagree.
That woman would have been, what was she, 32?
Yeah.
So she would have been a child during the Bosnian conflict. Christ knows what she might have gone through. Probably damaged goods.
Yeah.
If you're 32 and you're not like happily married and pumped out a bunch of kids, you're
There's a
damaged
story
goods
there.
pretty cold.
Yeah.
That's a big red flag in itself.
Like,
Yeah, I met a girl from Bosnia, and I could see that she'd been through some really nasty stuff. I just tried to be nice to her.
Hey, Lord Pepsi, it's all good. It's all good, man.
Okay, that's
people
good.
are just bringing up your criticism. That's all.
Yeah, that's good.
No, it's a good example. I mean, honestly, but just be aware of the nature of these creatures that we're dealing with.
Because in the end, right? In the end, like I said before, That's why when I go overseas, I'm keeping my family in that area because, like what was mentioned earlier, the hive mind mentality is strong. It's like strong as fuck. Okay, like beyond strong. If I take the mother of my child back to the States, I give it 3 weeks, maybe a month. She will do a 180.
Yeah.
As soon as she gets
Well,
the internet.
Well, maybe if you took her out to the middle of nowhere and had no internet access.
Self-decoded.
There's one
Literally-
aspect. Oh, go ahead, sir. Yeetus.
No, it's all good. You can finish your talk.
There's one aspect of the purple pill that I've seen amongst all purple pillars is the body count really doesn't matter. It's I have my body count, she has her body count. Now, in the equal world, that would make sense, but clearly men and women aren't equal. But at the end of the day, now I got to shout out to Black Ram 313 because he's been in the space for a while, and he does have a lot of the biblical information that I've pulled and I've shared with you guys. I try to shout out, but he says, would you like used food? How about would you like to use pre-worn underwear that hasn't been washed that 20 or 30 other men have worn? How about bathing in that same bath water that those men bathed in and the drain was never pulled and that tub was never clean? That's essentially what we're dealing with because it's not a self-cleaning oven biologically.
Would
No,
you
that's
lick the
nasty.
zinc? Would you lick the zinc of another man out of your wife's puniti?
Hell no.
No, she'll
And-
get elbow dropped.
Yeah, and it's not to be not to beat down on Pepsi, but this is something where biblically, and this is the first call I ever had on the Warband, was exposing my cousin. She married a priest, and this is Eastern Orthodox, so this is supposed to be traditional. This is supposed to be very family oriented. And this priest and I got into a spat at a reception of a wedding. I was sitting at the same table. And we're talking, biblical game. And he's literally trying to tell me that Adam was not a man. He wasn't a woman. He was like an undecided sex. The church has been feminized. And all of that traditional upbringing, no hymen, no diamond, it doesn't exist anymore. All
The
these
second
women
the
in the West are
Christian
whores. But go
Catholic-
ahead.
The second the Christian Catholic Church said that it was okay that gays get married,
What do you
when,
need to know?
that is when you knew that feminism had taken over the church entirely. I'm not even a Christian or Catholic myself, but I understand enough, and I was raised that way. But I understand enough to know that no actual pope, no actual scholar of the scripture would think that is okay.
Specifically, like if I remember, because it was Pope Francis who said it, I think he specifically said, "Who am I to judge?" Aside from
Force 22 says
You
stone old.
apparently were given words from your Lord that told you that was not okay.
Also, straight up, like, you ever argue with the pastor about that subject again? Genesis 1:26 makes it very clear.
Oh, yeah, the whole book. That's the whole thing about the Abrahamic religions. It doesn't matter what you're speaking, Islam, Judaism, Christianity. They're all based in the books of Abraham, and they're all based from Genesis. So pretty much all the world religions, the powerhouse religions, all women worldwide have to submit themselves to Genesis, to where they were the ones who chose evil. So that's another thing. They're so beguiling, just like the serpent was to Eve. I don't mean to get biblical, but the term beguiling is a perfect descriptor of the woe man, not the man, the woe man.
Yeah, no, but just trying to say that, like, Adam was agender or whatnot, like Genesis 1:26, which is literally the point where God makes Adam. Is like, no, it makes it very clear that it was male and female.
Eve wasn't Adam's first wife. Adam was first wife was Lilith.
Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm gonna do one more shill. I've been slacking on my shilling lately. If you guys want to donate to the channel or the Warband in general, please click on the link that I pinned on top of the chat. Donate to PayPal.me/Yeetus. All the money, 100% of the money, will be going towards the production of my channel or anything that the Warband needs. Because the better quality of videos and content we can give you guys, the better. All donations are appreciated. Thank you very much. All right, you guys can continue.
Oh yeah, Lilith. So the first two human beings were Adam and Lilith, but Lilith wouldn't listen to Adam. She wouldn't listen to the angels, and she wouldn't listen to God. And she ran away from Eden, apparently, and went into the deserts, met some jinn, and created all the demons in the planet.
Yeah, they left that part out of Genesis, or at least the one I've got here.
I believe that's Lilith is referred to in the Babylonian Talmud, which has a lot of nice little excerpts, little gems. So if you guys ever read the Talmud, it's
yeah, the Jewish holy book that's what it's all in.
Yeah.
It also says that Eden is within the earth, underground, sub.
Actually, I have a bit of a theory on that. Have you guys seen the video where they actually found out where Atlantis was?
Yeah, I know where Atlantis was.
Like Eye of Egypt, right?
What?
Like the Eye of Africa?
No, man, it was Azores. It's on the map.
Well, the one I saw.
Well, there's several versions. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, well, basically, this one goes by some old writings of Plato, and according to his account of Atlantis, it was actually basically a large city where the Eye of Africa currently was, and it was buried by a giant tsunami that washed over the coastline and flooded it with mud.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So if you think about okay, well, who would be the first people and where would the Garden of Eden be? Well, it could be in the ancient city of Atlantis, and then it was wiped out by a massive tsunami that buried it.
Well, the Garden of Eden, if you read the text, it mentions 4.
All right, everybody, hold up. Gotta interrupt. Let's welcome the one, the only Undead Chronic.
Yo, Rishi, every time I'm seeing you on a stream, they should be talking about the Garden of Eden or Martin Luther or some bullshit. I'm talking to a sentient mushroom. We're here to laugh at bitches' loose pussy holes. I was gonna jump on the stream. I'm here by Atlantis. The Garden of Eden. I'm like, bitch, it kind of sounds like Atlanta when I was in LaQuisha and Lulu, and the bitches were squirting for like I was about to get buried under 20 pounds of muck.
Well, it's 5:30 in the morning here, so I'm fucked up my brain.
We can't all be comedians, unfortunately.
No, I'm not one either. So you all good. You all good.
How the fuck are you, Chronic?
I'm doing okay. How's the stream going, Yeetus? I'm sorry I couldn't get on with LOM. I didn't see the StreamYard link, but yeah, I said in the chat, I said, yo, LOM showing up on your streams like 2 to 3 nights a week. He get on my stream. He's gonna be a Warband member before he fucking knows it. He's gonna wake up.
He's gonna be a general soon.
He's gonna wake up and be green skinned to be a green skin line. Be like, the fuck is this?
No, I was chilling with family all day, and I got back at around 8 p.m. I was like, you know what, fuck, let me do a live stream. So you didn't see it because I created at the last second.
Nah, what was it? Your last stream that was scheduled for your usual? You usually stream at what, like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard? Something like that.
It's like 4:30 mid time. I know he goes live like 2:30 my time.
You're getting up to the 60s and 70s viewers, and I streamed pretty late. Did I fucking stream last night? I think I did.
I think you did with
You
Lion.
did? Yeah, with Lion.
Yeah, no, I got to like maybe 300 or 400. Whereas, like, if I stream scheduled ahead of time, my normal times, my average numbers would be like 6. So yeah, you get like a 20-30% reduction on the last minute streams, similar to me getting 20-30% reduction.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna keep it to around 4:30, 5:30 Central Time, because that's where I get the most. Because I'm assuming they're waiting for you. They're like, "Oh, look, there's Sir Yeetus. Let's go over there."
You know what that tells me? That tells me that the Brutas aren't sharing the stream. I shared the stream, and I got one of my Brutas waiting backstage. Magic Midget, he's just waiting backstage. To drop his dime.
If he's not
Magic Midget backstage,
is he a midget IRL?
He's at least 5-6 inches shorter than I am, and I'm 5'8". So
Jesus.
Okay, yeah, no, he's not a midget.
Oh, I hear him raging back in the living room right now.
Yeah, you gotta be taller than I think a midget's like
it's 4'2",
shorter than 4'2", I think.
Yeah, it's like 4'2", 4'3".
Yeah, no, he's not a midget.
Girlfriends are taller than me, man. I had to stand on my stereo to
No, it's okay. Magic Midget, it's good. You stand tall on the pussy.
I'm sorry, that was the little man syndrome.
He's short, but he's long.
Nah, you stand tall on the pussy,
now,
bro. It don't matter how tall the bitch is if she's on her back.
It don't matter how tall she is when you lay her ass down.
God damn, bro. Jesus, why are you coming in all angry?
I'm sorry, you got me started on the little man shit.
Yo, this is Magic Midget, star member of the Sound.
It doesn't matter how tall she is. Look, we lay her ass down. Oh my God!
Conclusions. He's out of breath.
I'm like,
climb those stairs.
Mayor, how you been making him smoke the good? He's fucked up out of his
Oh,
mind.
he's probably about 8 ounces into the rum.
Oh, God. Is that like mushrooms?
Nah, bro, it's the rum, dude.
Oh, rum. Oh,
Yeah, we've been cracking into the Kraken.
Cracking, bro. Spice it.
Now Bacardi, man. Every
Straighter with straighter. Do you have mixer?
Wait, it says I'm in the show. Does that mean y'all can hear me? Am I on the mic?
Yes.
You got 30 people laughing at your young ass right now.
I'm sorry. I thought I was still yelling into fucking Mercules' mic.
Oh, you yelling at my mic. I'm like, yo, talking about.
All right. I'll quiet down. My bad.
He's like, I'm 4'0" I do a backflip into the pussy.
I was like, what the hell?
Backflip, motherfucker.
That threw me off guard. I was like, yo, like, he's about to charge us to war or something.
We're getting live.
Man, that little man syndrome hit strong, dude. I'm sorry.
Man, I personally, it's kind of true, but it's not true with that little man syndrome.
Honestly, it's kind of, but it's not. You're exactly right. Because, like, I love being a small dude. I mean, I love being a short dude. Hold up. But
there's a big difference.
Unfortunately, shorter people have to prove themselves more.
Yeah. We actually we feel like we have to live a life to where we gotta prove ourselves, you know. And even when like I get to a point where I feel like I shouldn't have to prove myself, somebody says something, and then all of a sudden LMS kicks in, and I feel like I gotta jump up. Like, hey, motherfucker, you say something smart, I'm about to fuck you up and show you what's right.
I'm about to
then,
do a.
You know,
I'm
you
about
feel
to
like people don't take you
put
seriously.
my entire cranium up your booty hole, bitch.
Seriously.
Yeah, they just pat your head or something like,
Your
oh,
ass
it's okay,
is
kid. It's okay. Where's your mom at?
Shit. Mama's doing what she does, you know.
Like, don't worry about it. Like, yo, that's a grown ass man. What the fuck?
For real.
I'm
Like,
sure
don't
your
worry.
mum told you
I dealt
that.
with it too, man. Like, I'm how do I say? I'm 1 inch below average height, so I'm 5'8".
Dude, I don't even know about averages, man. I try to take anything
when I
you
wanna
can
be
call
tall, I just
normal
beat it
or
a little
average,
bit
and
and
I
then
try to
just
just
bend
do
over.
away with that.
What'd you say, Chronic?
I said when I want to get tall, I just slap my schlong around a lot and then just stand on it.
That's not tall. That's long, bro.
That's tall. No, I'm
tall
bouncing
if you're
around
laying
here
on your
like I'm on a fucking damn pogo stick.
Look at me on an hourglass.
But hey, man,
I'm
since
a
you're already
sundial
here,
right now.
since you're already here, I do have an important question. It's a side question.
Is that for them or is that for Midget?
It's for you.
Oh,
Midget.
okay. What you got?
How is the dating life for you as a man?
The dating life for me, I mean, that's complicated, man. I have a daughter, and my daughter has become the center point of my life. So I don't really have the headspace to deal with a woman. So the dating life is kind of forgotten about.
If you don't mind asking me, where's the mom?
The mom? Oh, okay. That could be a long story, but let me sum it up. The mom is a piece of shit who never gave a fuck
Are you
about
telling
my
me
kid.
you put your penis in a piece of shit and orgasm? I need your redneck motherfuckers. Motherfucking hicks. They're not taking no cow pies and fucking that shit behind Uncle Cletus and shit.
There's a giant long story behind that. Now I can back Midget up because
back me up, please.
I was there.
You're behind you with a camera as he's fucking a cow pie.
Dude, this motherfucker doesn't see my book.
Hold on.
Hey man, what's up? What do you gotta say?
Hey man,
for your friend?
hey
What's
man.
up?
When I met her, bro, she was the shit, and she was the illest shit, and I thought we was gonna be the shit until the end of the shit.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But then she became more of an actual piece of shit. Okay, drugs and this and that done fuck a woman up, dude.
Right.
The body, the mind ain't nothing like it was before.
She hits the wall at the speed of light. Yeah.
She hit the wall at the speed of light, and all y'all got to deal with left is the flesh and blood left over, man.
The drugs will send you there at hyper speed.
You let your baby mama on drugs?
Not that I let her, dude. I fought that shit tooth and nail. I sacrificed 8+ fucking years of my life. You're touching on a touchy subject. I'm sorry. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. 8+ years. My daughter is 14. And
Damn, you old as hell! Oh my god!
hey, we're sitting at over 3 decades.
Hey, what you gotta say, man? Hold up, man. What you gotta say?
Motherfucker, I'm 33. 33.
Midget, I want to hear what man gotta say.
Let me get you a walking stick. I got you back. I got the Tylenol PM for you too.
You got my back, but you all the way in the back, dude. Everybody yelling.
Oh man, I want to hear what Midget.
No, check it out. Hey, let me explain myself. Can I explain myself real quick?
Hold on, Midget. Just give me 1 second, Midget.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Mercules.
Midget and I are admittedly halfway through our lives.
Right.
We understand that with the stress that the modern world has put us through, that we are not going to reach that 70-year threshold. We're going to die at 60,
fuck you. I'm about to live to 195.
Nah, you don't. You midget. You don't want that.
Not drinking that rum.
You don't want that,
dude. I don't want a single person changing my adult diapers, motherfucker. That shit ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna die at 72, cool as fuck.
I want to die in my 70s.
72. Give me a revolver with 1 bullet in it, and I'm playing Russian roulette with myself all night
till
long.
I win.
Let's go.
20 years later, y'all gonna be buried together. Old Grandpa Chronic's gonna be walking by, pissing on your grave, smoking a loogie.
Bitch,
I would be fucking honored if Chronic was pissing on my fucking grave.
Hey,
I'd be like, you thirsty down there, boy?
Let me just fuck out of my ashes. I don't give a
I'll have a heart attack on top of your grave.
No, like literally sprinkle my ashes on top of Kush and smoke that bitch.
No,
dude,
take my ashes and compress that bitch into a diamond.
Yo,
I am the family jewels.
Hey, check it this way. When I got with my baby mama, I'm gonna tell you right now, my daughter is 14, so I was with her mama 16 years ago, bro. When I got with her mama, she was the hottest shit on the fucking market. Like, you wanted to be one of them bad boys so you could touch it. And I got that shit. I got that shit under my belt.
Damn, bro,
but then
no lie.
Oh,
No lie.
you know how I pulled
Hold
that?
on, no lie. No. She was fly.
She was fly. Yeah, I got Mercury's backup right there. He knows her from the same moment I knew her, maybe even a little before. Now, I'm going to tell you this. What happened to her was the drugs got to her more than everything else did. So,
I don't want to be an asshole, but if she was, what drugs are we talking about? What drugs?
I'm talking about meth. I'm talking about heroin. I'm talking about pills.
Damn, you went straight to top shelf.
No. I'm literally. Let me make something clear, because before you even bother to ask, before you even bother to say, let me state that before she did any of this, she was the flyest bitch on the market you could get.
Okay.
You know that song? She's the girl all the bad guys want. Yeah, no, that's her.
Dime.
No,
I'm
friend?
dead serious. But
Hey,
then
Who
I
got
sold.
into it? Was it her
Dude,
friends or what?
Dude, I pawned my collections. I sold my stuff. I fucking did everything. I tried to support this girl, but little did I know I was given into a goddamn drug habit. And guess what? I fell into the same habit trying to support hers.
But who made her do it? Who did it?
Nobody made her do it. Nobody made her do it.
Her friends,
She did it.
Nobody?
She did it. No, nobody made her do it. She wanted to.
Okay.
And my dumbass fell for it for like 8 fucking years.
There comes a point. So you're with this chick for 8 years, and she's doing meth.
I just wanted her, so I wanted to do whatever she was doing.
She's doing heroin. She's doing like crack, or just those two.
Do you have a drug? Do you have a drug you can think of? If you can think of that drug, could you put it under the title of my baby mama? All right, you're doing good so far.
Look, bro, your baby mama sounds like some trailer trash. She probably couldn't afford the drug.
Hey, crocodile makes her face
I'm
melt off.
I'm not trying to exaggerate or anything. She literally, she has ruined her physical body. She has ruined her physical face. She has ruined her emotional state, even though it was already fucked up in the first place.
She ruined her soul.
She ruined her soul. She ruined her
and
soul.
She attempted to ruin Midget's soul as well.
Let me not sugarcoat this. Mercury's just said it. She attempted to ruin my soul. I fell on the same trip she fell on.
Misery loves company.
I wanted to try and figure out
the fuck out of it.
I wanted to try and figure out my relationship,
but
right?
Unlike her, you didn't have to sell any of your holes for the drugs, right?
I mean, I mean, other bitches.
The only answer to that question should be no.
The integrity of your holes for nothing.
I mean, let me just say one thing. Sexuality goes with drug use, okay? So like, with drug use, you do a lot of weird sexual bullshit. I'm just saying.
You do me so
bad. I'm not gonna tell you what I done did, because you're either gonna be jealous or embarrassed. You're either gonna be jealous or embarrassed.
I don't want to know then. Okay.
Yeah.
Take off your humorous and hit me over the head and even forget the conversation.
Yeah, you about to be jealous or embarrassed. So I mean, just
This last thing is
Please, man. I mean, the sexual exhibition of fucking drug use is actually fucking phenomenal, which is another reason why it's terrible.
Wait, so were y'all swingers? Like, is that what happened?
Swingers? No, that was never agreed upon. It just happened because of drugs, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
He drove up to the trailer park in his old
No, you just fuck people and then you're like, did you fuck that dude? Yeah, well, I mean, whatever, let's fuck.
We never agreed upon it.
Yo. Oh, Yeetus, what am I doing here?
Jesus Christ. You can't unhear this shit.
Dude, if y'all want to hear a voice from the other side, man, here I am. Like, I was there, but now I'm not, man. I don't want to be back there again.
I just had your booty hole getting ripped open.
hey, nobody never said nothing about booty hole getting ripped open.
Well, what the hell? I asked about your hole, and you went on to this
I can still take a proper shit, okay?
I'm happy.
That's anti-drug talk.
Bro, for that. You can go outside, take a dump one day, and some 18-year-old version of you now is gonna be like, "That's a fine ass bitch."
Some 18-year-old version of you gonna be like, "That's what the fuck?"
What do you mean you can still take a shit properly, bro?
I mean, dude. I mean,
damage wasn't permanent.
I mean, weird sex ain't gotta go all the way up the asshole, bro. Dude, I'm just gonna say you fucking. You know what? I don't even.
Single plane is the.
I don't even know who you guys are, so I'm gonna tell you straight up.
If it breaks the plane, it's a touchdown. That's what we talking about.
I done a lot of weird shit. I may have fucked some feet or had some feet fucked or some other shit, whatever. But I ain't nobody never touched this booty hole, dude. Ain't nobody never touched this booty hole. That's a whole nother section. That's a whole nother category of the library, that Dewey Decimal System. Man, you gotta get that shit checked.
Oh, fucking midget!
I don't know what's happening anymore.
For you later. I don't know why. You know what I have to say.
Yo, we need to have midget on the stream more often. What the fuck just happened?
Yo, if
You're
River
going
was
to your
here,
high
it'd be
school
game
football
over.
team. You missed and landed in midget.
Oh, y'all landed in midget. That's blitz, bitch. What?
Oh.
No, that was actually kind of weird for me too. Honestly, I don't know what I just said there.
It's all right. No, in all seriousness, if you're getting fucked up on meth and heroin and whatever else,
Hey,
like
man.
I knew a dude that was I knew a crackhead, Yeetus. I was going on a bus every day to school, and it was like I talked to the same crackhead every day for like 2 years, and I think like 13, 14 months in, he's just telling me, he's like, you just see some roadkill and see it's still warm. And
Oh no.
bro, Yeetus, this dude fucked a dead raccoon or some shit. He's telling me about it at 7 in the morning. I'm trying to go to school.
That's not even some juggalo shit. That's just some wicked, twisted shit, bro. Dude, what the
and
fuck?
Necrophilia at the same time?
I don't know, man.
Damn.
Multitask.
Was he on meth?
I don't do that. It's the kind of thing where you look at these dudes and you're like, they're on some kind of Chinese drug.
Man. Okay, we need to wrap up the live stream. I'm sorry. It's getting
Yeah, it
too
got
wild.
crazy.
I'm gonna bounce out of here. I gotta throw up. So peace, guys.
Damn, on that chronic.
man.
Hope you good, bro.
Yo, man, I'm sorry if that's my fault, but my
Damn.
baby mama, like I said, she done turn.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You tasted her 15 years ago, tastes fresh as fuck, right? You taste her now, it's like, damn, what died?
I know these chicks exist. It's just hearing about one IRL makes me queasy.
Yeah, no, this is legit in real life. So please give me just a quick second to like emphasize that.
He actually had to go. He actually had to throw up.
Please, literally, like previously, before the destruction, she was like the flyest chick. Like you would give your left nut for her. And then drugs and like life and all this bullshit happened. Next thing you know, it's like, man, I wouldn't give my left nut to have my homeboy sleep with her. Like, that's the transition I am faced with.
I wouldn't hit it with a 10-foot pole and
I wouldn't suggest
midget pushing me.
Nah, dude. And I would not pay somebody to push him.
But everything is coming together though, right? Everything is looking good right now.
Everything is coming together because my daughter loves me, and she knows that the moment she turns 18, I'm going to tell her mother that she is the dumbest cunt I've ever known. She fucked me and she fucked her daughter, and she should die and fucking burn in hell in a corner by herself.
Huh.
And I have those words planned for her when my daughter turns 18. I'm sorry, but that's the way life goes. I don't try to be an asshole. I really try to be the best person I can be. But I've had these words planned for my baby mama for the last probably 3 years since I've been fighting back for custody of my daughter that I earned and had by right.
Hey.
No, I will testify to that. I was there at a portion for five solid years. For 5 solid years, this man
Mercules helped me get off drugs.
Had solid custody of his daughter 100% of every fucking day, 365, and every fucking leap year, 366.
To the point where I actually went crazy.
Had his daughter all the way up until the state fucked him out of custody of his child.
I fought tooth and nail through my entire rehabilitation, through drug addiction and everything. I fought tooth and nail. The only reason I ever fought through my drug addiction was for my daughter. That's the only reason I am able to be here talking to you guys. Because if I didn't have my daughter, bro, I'm sure I would have done so much fuckboy shit, I wouldn't even be here today. But I fought so hard tooth and nail for my daughter that I'm here today for a daughter that I don't even get to have live with me.
And how many single mothers can say the same?
Not a fucking one. They just have a pair of tits, so the state says you can have them.
And this is why they call me mayor, because I bring people into the fold. I bring men like this out of the shit and into the real world.
You know, you guys want to know something terrible? Bert, you probably know this, but I haven't said it.
Want to get my live stream taken
No.
down?
I'm going to say this is terrible because during my custody battle, I actually tried to use sex as a weapon. Now, let me reiterate. My kid's mom was, I quote, was a dime piece. Nowadays, she has destroyed herself with drugs, physically and mentally. She is no longer a dime piece. She's not even a fucking 50 cent.
Realize this has been 15 years, gentlemen. 15 years.
I tried to use sex as a weapon at a point where my kid's mom was undesirable as fuck. Like, you have to literally think of any possible thing. Dolly Parton, Elvira, anyone with triple D's or bigger that you can think of to try and get that shit up, man. You gotta get your little man to work. I tried to use sex as a weapon. Motherfucking shit failed. And not only did I fail, I felt disgusting because I tried.
So, do you have any advice for the chat when it comes to your situation?
When it comes to my situation, I absolutely do, because I know how it started. So, any of you guys, if you have a child, be it male or female, I don't care. If you have a child, period, with any woman, if anything starts to look shady, I shit you not, I don't care how you feel about your relationship with your woman or this and that, or, oh, maybe it could work, or, oh, this and that. I don't care. Because I thought that I didn't have anything to worry about, I did not file paperwork. Therefore, I did not win. If you think anything is even possibly going sideways, man, get your ass into the courthouse, pay the money, get your fucking paperwork. I don't care if you have an attorney or not. Just get the paperwork in now and figure out what you want and write it on the shit and get it in, or else she will win. Because if she gets the paperwork in first, she will win. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. Mercules can speak up for me. He doesn't need to, but he can. I had everything going for me. I raised my daughter. I taught my daughter. I fucking did everything with my daughter. And all of a sudden, when her mom wanted money and I told her no, she put papers into the court. Next thing you know, my kid's mom, who had not seen my daughter in 3.5 years, got custody of my fucking daughter because she filed paperwork first and put some bullshit on paper. And they thought, oh, you're a mom? Well, definitely, you're right. So get your paperwork in, file your shit, do your thing, do what you have to do for your kid. The kid's mom doesn't mean shit. If she's with you, then absolutely she means 100%. But if she's not with you, she don't mean shit. It's all about the kid.
100%. I will back it up.
That is legitimately the advice that I have for you tonight. And I'm sorry, that is all from personal experience.
I will back midget up on that 110%, 150%. 10 times over. Be the petitioner.
If there's
never
anything,
the respondent.
If there's anything,
hold on, midget, stop.
Go ahead. I'm done.
Be the petitioner and never the respondent. Act proactively, never reactively. In your life, period, regardless of children, regardless of females. Act proactively, never reactively.
You see, the thing is, it's not about you. It's about them. You have to think about what they want and what they need. What my daughter needs, what any daughter needs, you know that saying, you cannot get between a father and his daughter? There is a reason for that saying. Just like there's a reason for every cliche. It's a cliche because there's a reason. All right? So you cannot get between a father and his daughter. I raised my daughter. My daughter is her father's daughter. Okay? She loves and respects everything about me. She does not do the same with her mother. Her living situation currently is fucked. Her mental situation is fucked because what she wants is to live with her father. What she has is to live with her mother. And there's nothing that I can do to change that. So she has to deal with it. You have to think about things other than yourself. You cannot think about yourself when it comes to your children ever, or else you will fail. You will fucking fail. And you won't find that out for the next 20 fucking years when they come to you as an adult and say, I don't care how much I loved you when I was this age. I don't care how much I thought about you when I was this age. I come to realize now that this is what really happened. And that's what you got to think about. You got to think about the long run. It's not about the short run ever, man. I am so sorry. I never go on mic about this. Fucking Mercules got me turned on. And now I'm just turned. So I'm just trying to give you guys like some real, experience from what I've got.
It's all good, man. Thank you for joining the story and thank you for joining the live stream. You are
Hey, my
very
pleasure, man.
entertaining, bro.
I thank you very much.
No problem, man. Peace
Thank
out.
you, Midget. Thank you for joining.
Peace
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
midget.
Peace out.
Peace out.
My live stream is fucked. But let's continue. We're gonna start winding things down because we went too far today. Let's start with that guy Pete. That guy Pete, do you have any advice when it comes to the topic today, or do you have anything to say to the warband?
Yeah, I mean, this was very entertaining, by the way. I mean, it is what it is, but I mean, really, the only thing I wanted to say is that, fellas, nowadays we're at a situation where the traditionalism I was talking about, that shit's dead. Don't wait for it. Don't hope for it. It's gone. Which is why there's no goodwill in dating anymore. So nowadays, it's like, nah, fuck that. You put the ball in her court. It's on her to prove you wrong, that she's the exception to the rule. Don't give people the benefit of the doubt. It's on them. If they really want to act like a Naywalt, they want to really present, make them prove it to you. Fuck that shit. I mean, that's really all I wanted to say.
All right, man. And hey, do you got Discord or anything?
No.
Email?
I do have an email. Yeah.
Let me
It's
know.
on. It's on my YouTube channel.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. There's like my contact information.
All right, I'm gonna send you a link to the stream if you want to join tomorrow if you have time.
I'll see what I could do. I got to get my car inspected and a couple other things, but I'll see. Yeah, send it my way. I'll check it out.
The harsh reality of being an adult. Ugh.
Yeah, right. You got shit to do.
But thank you for joining, man.
Yeah, of course, man. Always a pleasure.
Puniti.
Puniti.
Let's go. Gray, do you have anything to say to the warband when it comes to the topic or anything else?
Yeah, expands on it a little bit, but quite frankly, in the modern day, you really can't trust beginner appearances. And so far as I'm concerned, if you're not actively looking to start a family with a woman, dating is largely a waste of time. Like, you can argue for entertainment, but it's really such a low priority, and the world is so thoroughly fucked and uncertain right now that the priority just gets kicked all the way down. We only have so much time and only so much money. And when you realize how many hours of your evenings will get sucked away entertaining a woman, you got to really ask yourself, is that worth it? So definitely,
I agree a million percent. Your time, the number one thing that should be your priority in life besides yourself is time.
Because like you go out, like if you go out and you spend like 2 hours or whatever and you get laid, like, okay, but what if you'd spent those 2 hours at the gym or even just at home doing calisthenics and lifting free weights?
Or if you spent those 2 hours at work making an extra $100,
or those 2 hours like learning extra skills online to get better work further down. Like, the future rewards snowball for basically anything you could do aside from interact with a random woman. So
all right,
some guys still might, but just ask the warband to just consider that and ask yourself, are you making the most optimal use of your time?
Because in the end, that's what most men think about when they make it to the end in their deathbed. Did I make good use of my time? Because ask around. Ask any man that's elderly or close to death. That's one of their biggest regrets, is not doing what they wanted to do. They conformed to what society wanted them to do. So in their mind, they wasted their time. And that's their biggest regret.
I live my life every day as if I could die that day.
Exactly.
What would my children inherit from me on the day that I die, given that I die today? If I die in a car crash, whether I die in my sleep or I die of the beer bug.
I want to get to that point where, which I agree with Mayor, just say, yeah, I make great use of my time. That's the one thing I won't regret is my time. I use my time wisely. And that's one of the biggest feelings a man could get near the end of his life. Because, once again, it's not just about family, but did he use his time wisely? Was he able to make an impact, whether it's producing something that society can benefit from, or at least create something that a group of people can benefit from, or raising their children properly. Because once again, a man's child is his legacy. That's the only thing that he could at least guarantee will stay around after his death.
Ooh, Rishi. Or
Yo.
Yeetus, can you pull this comment up? Free Ross. Free Ross got a good comment here.
Okay.
I still have a ton of things that I want to do. But if I die tomorrow, I'm okay. I moved 7 tons today in a matter of an hour and a half. And if I die tonight in my sleep, you're goddamn right I'm okay with it.
And that's the mentality men needs to have. And how are you going to have that mentality? Knowing that in your heart, you do not waste your time. Your time was cut short, unfortunately. But you made great use of your time. And you made the most of it. Many men, I believe, will be able to die in peace. With that realization alone, I use my time wisely.
I have done what I can. Have you done what you can?
Exactly. The last thing you want to have is what if? What if I wasn't being a couch potato, playing video games, ignoring my responsibilities, ignoring the skills and hobbies and all these things I could have been doing? What if I did? What if I didn't waste my time having a leisure life, having a comfortable life? Because that's a very big thing for men. A lot of men, they don't like living in comfortable, secluded, tight areas, like staying in the house all day.
Would you guys say that the gentlemen who've made the most of their time have been the most on their purpose?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yes, completely.
Because
a man with a goal that is stuck to his goal is unstoppable. You will have to put him in his grave to stop him from what he's about to attempt. We have seen this 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times over. A man with a purpose is unstoppable.
I've always followed the tenet of Bushido. You should achieve everything that you want in life apart from one thing. And I've done that apart from 2. And that's flying a helicopter and jumping out of a plane.
Fuck yeah.
And on the,
Hell yeah.
and on the flip side, like that's actually when I've seen men like really die. Like you can have like old guys, and if they've still got their jobs, if they've made their jobs their purpose, like they're doing great, they're active, and then as soon as they stop doing something, like they get super old super fast. So
Yeah, because at that point they're just waiting to die, which I do
exactly.
not want to do. And once again, I have seen older gentlemen still working, which hopefully it's because he wants to do it, you know, and not because he has no choice. Working beyond retirement. But that's the big thing. I agree with the mayor. A man on his purpose, there's nothing that can stop him. None. Nothing. Once he comes to terms with this is my purpose. And one day you will have that realization. Hell, even I don't have that realization yet. I don't know what I'm going to be doing long term. I'm probably going to figure out now in my 30s, 40s, hell, maybe even in my 50s.
I always thought I was going to die by 30, probably on a mountaintop or bottom of the ocean or something gone wrong.
You know, Ian, we were all raised to believe that we were not ever going to make it to a ripe old age.
Well, I'm
Look at
46
everything
now.
that we've seen in Hollywood, everything that's been produced.
Well, yeah.
We have been conditioned to believe that we live in the end times.
It probably is the end times.
We'll
It's
see
a
about
transition. It's a transition.
Times have changed.
The people who are in control right now, the corrupt feminists, the bullshit politicians, the Rothschilds,
They're bigger than that.
and beyond that. I'm 16 ounces into some rum right now. I can't put all of the citations that I know in.
See, here's why I think about the end times. Okay, because I see people saying it is the end times.
It's a transition. It's not the end times. It's a transition to the natural fucking order.
Right. Society as we know it is ending. Keyword, as we know it is ending. Which goes along with the transition. All right? There's going to be a big change.
Freedoms are going to change.
Around, but it will be a different way of life.
Well, and that's something else on top of that. Like that really makes the time you have now so much more valuable because during this transition, there's going to be a lot of death. If you want to come out the other side, you got to be at least somewhat prepared for it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Which means if you spawn any kind of offspring in this period of time, you need to do everything that you can to instill everything in your mind into your children, your lineage, as you can. Be damned with the family courts. Get as much time as you can with your children. And teach them the natural order of things. Red pill the shit out of your children at every chance you get.
John Connor him like the Terminator.
Because if something happens to you, they should have enough knowledge to hold their own. It's the unfortunate realization, especially during the transition. Because you're way more of a target.
I was lucky enough to grow up in the 1970s and 80s before all this shit becomes. It's a nightmare.
But hell, hey, I could be wrong. Jesus may come back. I'd be like, whoa, damn. I guess Jesus is here. Oh, shit. But how I see society, like the Mayan calendar saying the world will end in 2012. I pretty sure that they weren't wrong.
It was a shift. It was a change. There was a change. There was a great change that happened in our society for the bad.
It actually said it was started
and
was it really bad though?
The
Like
pendulum swings both ways.
Like if an old
From
rotten tree
good
falls over,
to
is that
neutral
really bad?
to bad. From
Right.
bad to neutral to good.
You guys,
the pendulum swings.
The only how can I say downfall to the pendulum swinging and like there being like changes is that the changes that are on the writing that have been on the writing on the wall essentially, or should I say the stones down in Georgia that are inscribed in 10 different languages where there's rules for humanity. There's been a lot of effort put into the people running the show to steer society to where it is at now. And this has been going on. This is a multi-100-year plan, 500 years in the making. And I could give a lot of reference to this, but the people who are in control
It's a matter of timing. It's a matter of timing.
They want to eliminate 13 out of 14 people. That's what 500 million. If the Earth's population was 500 million, that means, at over 7 billion now, that means 13 out of 14.
7.5 billion people need to die in order for the Georgia Stones.
That quota to be met. And that's wicked. That's a thing to like really question, like who puts that really out in the world and who wants that? So like we have to be pretty much prepared for the worst. And like as Mayor said, if you do have any offspring, instilling and all the values of survivability, having principles that are uncompromising, because like we don't know how society is going to shift. We don't know how people's like human nature. It's a devilish thing. We don't know how people are going to change based off of their circumstances and how desperate they are. So like pretty much preparing for the future is like the most manliest masculine thing that we could do right now, and not really focus so much on the creature.
And Island Hermit. This is what I can have faith in, because there's evidence. It's happened. This is the cycle that's been happening over and over and over again.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, this is why the
create hard times.
Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men. And the cycle repeats.
Yes. Over and over. And this has, which I can agree, this has been the cycle throughout history. Human history, I guess. And right now, we're going to be transitioning to hard times will create strong men. We're not there yet.
We are in hard times. Gasoline is $4 a gallon, $5 in some places. We are in hard times.
Oh, I mean, even harder.
The rate of inflation in this country has hit
when I say hard times,
all-time high.
They claim what, 7%?
Hold up. What I'm saying is
they are fudging
hard
the
times
numbers,
will
and
be
you
the
know it.
collapse.
Basically say
That's
like
when it
hard
will
times is when
truly
the
begin.
fuel trucks stop coming out from the shipping lanes.
That's
Like,
when it will
like
begin.
not when it's expensive, but when it's just not there.
Because the weak men we have currently are creating hard times. That I agree.
Have you guys seen Yuri Bezmenov, the guy who is
Russian guy? Yeah.
who speaks about ideological subversion, and that's how they take countries down from within. Sun Tzu wrote about it. It's more or less.
It's meme warfare. It's
well, no. At the end,
we're seeing it now on the internet. It's meme warfare.
No. Sun Tzu, the way he described the
Are you talking about Sun Tzu or the Russian dude?
Sun Tzu was the person who came up with ideological subversion, and it's what the Russians used to pretty much collapse a country from within without firing a shot. And it goes in 4 stages. The first stage is going to be demoralization, 15 to 25 years to demoralize a country. The next stage is destabilization. I think he describes it. What's that?
So yeah,
no, this isn't. It's the same. It's the same author of The Art of War, but he came up with both. So essentially,
I'm about the video game.
Yeah, no, I understand what he's talking about, because you could consider me an expert on Sun Tzu's Art of War. I have read the book over 25 times.
Mayor, before you continue, real talk. I'm talking about the video game Call of Duty. They used that Russian dude.
Oh, really?
Of the story, yes.
I didn't.
Cold War.
Wow, that's crazy, because Yuri gave so many different presentations and like how he was like opening people's minds to let them know this system has been made to be infiltrated from external sources to pretty much divide it. And he's describing this is what we did in the KGB. So they've used demoralization in this country, feminism, destruction of the family unit, destabilization, call it September 11th, taking our rights, sending us off to war, playing with our economy. And then the next stage is crisis.
Yeah.
And that's what COVID is. And then after crisis is this period known as normalization, which is a cynical expression because there's nothing normal about it. It's pretty much like the last stage, and it is indefinite. So this is our new normal, and that's what they've been telling us. So this is our new way of life. And that's where I'm saying we've already, all of us as men in this sphere, we've already made the transition from the plantation, from taking the blue pill, from being raised beta essentially and waking up. So this transition, I mean, we're pretty much like 90% of the way there. We just need to become preppers, get as much ammunition and survivability, and like get our family on board, and we're good to go.
Okay, I do see where Real Talk is coming from. Okay, I get it. He's coming from the I was blinded, but now I see, rather than I've seen this entire fucking time, and I've been trying to tell you motherfuckers that there's a bear coming towards us, and you guys don't want to listen to me. Now the bear's fucking shit up in our village, and you guys are running around not knowing what the fuck to do. If we'd have set some fucking traps out, if we'd have gone out proactively and hunted the motherfucker, we would not be living in this time. We would not be dealing with a bear in our encampment.
This is crazy that you just brought this up, because I've wanted to bring this up. It was just a thought that was festering all day. And I'm thinking to myself, man, these sick fucks used our biology against us so heavily. And this is what they've done.
I will be right back. I got to pour myself another rum. So
for sure.
But continue.
But hold up, wait, hold up. We're going to be shutting down the live stream. It's almost 4 hours. We can talk about this later.
I just want to squeeze this out real quick. I thought to myself, how have they gotten the world so twisted? How have they got us so divided? How have they destroyed economies? How have they made this social justice war march? How have they like got the sexes so twisted? And it's like they've basically turned women into children, and they've made it our responsibility to take care of these children, while these psychopaths create wars, destabilize economies, and have their way with nations. They've used women worldwide as the biggest distraction of men from us being able to truly focus on tyrannical pieces of garbage that want to enslave us, that want to take more of our freedoms and rights. So it's just like women have been used as the greatest device to distract us, deceive us, and divide us from, powers that shouldn't be. So it's just like, this is why we're so fucked up. And it comes full circle. So like, it's crazy that Mayor just brought that up about a bear being in the encampment. I think that bear is the feminism bear, truly. And it's what's rotted this country. But I got to digress. It's just like,
Bingo.
this is some heavy
you
shit.
Got it. You got the message. And I fucking love it. Yes. More of you that are listening
right?
need to get that message. The bear is in the encampment. What the fuck are you going to do? He's tearing shit up and he's killing your children. The fuck are you going to do?
Do you expect a weak man to do anything about it? Because that's all we pretty much have. That's the problem. They're not going to do shit. There's only 2, 3, 4 men left, hypothetically speaking, that's willing to fight this gigantic bear. We'll try to take it down.
Well, no, that's the thing. There's 2, 3, 4 men left willing to fight, and all the rest are the ones who let the bear in on purpose.
Yep. That's our dilemma, boys.
But real talk, do you have anything for the Warband before we let you go?
Oh no, I'm all out of gas. Puniti.
Puniti.
Peace. Have a good weekend, boys.
All right, peace. All right, Gray, you already said your piece, right?
Yeah, I'm good to go, man. Thanks for hosting.
No problem, man. Come back tomorrow. There will be no live stream, but it won't be this late. Okay?
All right.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Thanks for hosting.
Peace out, Puniti.
Puniti.
Let's go. Ian Blades, I know we kind of ignored you the entire time, but do you have anything for the Warband or anything else? Like, anything?
Just gonna say how important our or your chat, your chill stream is, and the fact that we all keep it very real and genuine. And going back to the original point of the guy telling his bro to pack that bitch in because she's bad news.
Wait, what'd you say again? Repeat that last sentence.
The original video, the guy telling his brother to pack that woman in because she's just bad news, and
slap yourself. You're being stupid right now.
Have to keep it real.
Man, we have to be honest with each other because we can't survive off of possibilities and these dream worlds. We can't afford to have that luxury. Unfortunately, women does.
Women and simps lie every fucking day. It drives me nuts. We have
at
to
the
be
expense
honest.
of men.
Your word is your bond as a man.
Oh, that's a big thing, especially today's generation forgot.
Exactly. Drives me nuts.
Do you know how bad things happen? Go look in Brazil. Go look in Africa. If a man doesn't keep his word, if a man does something horrible.
Exactly.
Especially in Brazil.
Well, it used to be in Britain, an Englishman's word was his bond, but we kind of been fucked by government and simps.
Yeah.
The simps, in my opinion, is a mortal enemy of masculinity. Not just modern women. Modern women, even though I do put blame on them as well, they only do what's allowed.
It's the biggest enemy to man, because again, 51% of the global population is female. They already have the majority, and it's the fucking simps that side with them at every fucking turn that put us in this predicament.
All right.
I agree.
Puniti madness.
You heading out? Ian, you heading out?
Yep, definitely. Good night, brothers. Puniti.
All right, man. Puniti. Hey, Rishi, you still there, man?
Yeah.
Okay. Mayor Merkleys, do you have anything to say to the Warband The floor is yours.
Take it from men with experience. You just heard from my boy, Magic Midget. We've lived it. We understand the nature, the true nature. We've seen the chameleon in its real skin. Don't get tricked. Don't get trapped. Work on yourself. Build yourself. Build your castle. Build your kingdom. Only then should you plant your seed. This has been your mayor. Take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. Sub to Mayor Mercules. If you guys can get me to 100 subs tonight, I'll drop you a new track by noon tomorrow. Pacific time. So look for it 9 o'clock Eastern time.
Can you drop in your link?
Yeah, I'll attempt to. I'm like
All right, man.
24 ounces of rum in, so.
Hey, I know how that feels. You go on autopilot at that point.
Pretty much.
But thank you for joining, man. I know it's a long ass stream and it's late as fuck.
No, it's been fucking great. It's been real.
But
Especially having my boy Midget on the stream, like dropping the hard red pill, because he lived it. He fell for the trap.
I wasn't
he really
prepared for
did.
his energy. I'll let you know that.
He fell for it. Okay? He lived it. Don't fucking fall for it. Poon Yeety. Yeet that shit back to the street where it belongs. Again, just spend your mayor. Take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. Poon Yeety.
Peace out, Mayor.
Yeety.
What's going on, Rishi? I know it's been a long ass stream. And
just listening to the boys conversate.
Yeah, it got very hectic. I didn't expect all that to happen. I did not.
We was Atlanteans.
Make sure one Dick Chronic and Midget Dude, that was a bad combination.
Volatile.
But did you at least enjoy the stream? Like it was pretty decent.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
Okay. And tomorrow's stream, it will not be this late. All right. I did not plan this stream, y'all. It was like an hour in advance. Tomorrow, it will be earlier. I'm going to try to aim for 3 or 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rishi.
All right.
We are going to end the stream right here. Oh, it's been long, but it was an amazing conversation. Not only were we able to get to the topic, we jumped on countless topics, but still, it was a great talk. One of the only talks that men can truly have in society, unfortunately, is through this manosphere, the Warband. And we're going to continue to have these conversations. Okay. We can't afford to stop. The grind doesn't stop. Because if we stop, there's going to be plenty of young men out there who will be lost or be led astray to fucking bitch-ass Cuck Murphy. Thank you for joining the stream, y'all. It's Sir Yeetus. Hopefully you guys had a daily dose of red pills. I am out. And
Peace.
And huh? No, we're not doing that tonight.
What?
No, we ain't doing
What
the
are we?
usual. No.
What are we supposed to do?
Oh, I thought you were gonna pull up Sandman.
Oh, am I? Am I gonna pull up Sandman?
I assume so.
Is that what's going on here?
I thought that was our thing.
All right, people. From the top. Here we go.
All right, y'all.
And cheers.
Cheers. Let's go.